Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's RPGeeks. We have a very special one-shot for you today, which is going to be filled with all the food puns we can think of. My name is Shamini. Hi, I, she, her pronouns. I am one of the eponymous RPGeeks, and I am going to be weaving fates today, making the game. It is a game that I kind of fudged the rules for last night.
No.
So it's more pun-based than rule-based. Yeah, this is my general MO. Rules schmool. Rules schmalls. So we are going to dive straight in to all the deliciousness and meet both our exciting cast for this evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And also find out who we're going to be playing in this wondrous adventure of Food Story.
Ooh. Very good.
First up, right, Emily Bates. You're an RP geek.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, I'm an RP geek. I use she, her pronouns. Hi, everyone. I will be playing Ambrosia, who is custard. I will be playing a bowl of custard, maybe a pot of custard. Who knows? We'll find out together. I'm very excited, and I won't say any more because I think we'll meet her.
Ambrosia, she, her.
Ambrosia is she, her as well. Yes. And on screen, let's go to Luke.
Hello, I'm Luke, he, him, and I will be playing an organic fruit roll-up. A trendy, nutrifying snack for the modern child about town. Is it delicious? He certainly thinks so. My character is called Saxon. Saxon the fruit roll-up, also he, him. Do I get to throw to someone now? I'll throw to Johnny.
Okay. Hi, I'm Johnny. They, them pronouns. And my character is Shepherd Pie, who is a classic shepherd's pie. His ingredients include potato, butter, milk, onion, gravy granules, and of course, silenced lamb.
Silenced lamb.
And I will be doing that for the whole game. You're welcome.
Laurie.
Hi. Hello, I'm Laurie. I use he, him pronouns. I am playing a character called Bernard, who is a turkey dinosaur. Bernard is obviously just a bunch of reconstituted meat covered in breadcrumbs. He's toxically positive, but also probably because he's not cooked currently, just regular toxic as well.
With that, Shamini, do you want to tell people a little bit about the system that you've created? Because there is she has come up with mechanics.
I have this is a real game that I wrote last night with real mechanics. Right. You have one stat, and it goes from yum to yuck. You can either be yum, which is +3, or you can be yuck, which is -3. And hopefully you have all picked somewhere on that scale to be, depending on whether you think your food is more yum or more yuck. Now, when I ask for a roll, I am going to be deciding whether that skill ability is yum or yuck. I've written some suggestions down for the things I kind of think might be yum. Like yum might be like attracting someone. It might be being very sort of high energy, physical, needing all those vitamins or glucose. It might be like using your recall, brain food. Or is yuck might be stealthing around. No one notices the gross little bits of food. It might be scaring people. It might be just having to be really self-confident and brave because you can't rely on other people to praise you when you're yuck. You just got to believe in yourself. I will be open to persuasion, shall we say, as to whether a role really should be yum or yuck, based on what you want to do and what your stats are. And then the other thing is, hopefully you've all thought of or noted down 3 properties, maybe physical properties, I'd say, of your particular food stuff that you think might come in useful. Now, if I ask you to roll yum or yuck, and there is a particular property that you think I'm going to use that, you get a double roll. You can roll 2 d20s and take the higher or lower roll. Oh, I should have said, if you're rolling yum, you roll high. You have to roll above a certain number, and if you roll yuck, you have to roll below a certain number, which is why you add things to your score if you're very yum, and you take them away if you're very yuck. And if you use one of your properties, you get advantage, basically. I think that's it. I haven't done your hit points because I feel like we're going to have to decide. I just feel like you might just die. So maybe try and avoid dying. But we can.
I feel like some of the foods
narrate
seem
it.
more sturdy than some of the
exactly.
other foods.
Yeah. Quite. And like
What
you
does
might be able
death
to
for custard
survive.
look like?
It just dissipates really slowly.
Yeah. That's a good question. Yeah. Can you survive a little bit being chip topped off of you? I think you can.
think yes. That's actually one of the physical stats that I've written down is you don't need all of me. Viscosity, obviously, is the other one.
Oh, lovely. Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think
about this, Shamini.
Yeah, I think Emily's going to sprinkle some science in here today. That's what we do at RPGeeks, is we sprinkle various facts, often of a scientific nature, through. So in between the food puns, if anyone has any fun food facts, feel free to drop those in as well. We love learning things.
Speak for yourself.
So, with that, I am going to dive in to the story. We find ourselves in the little town of Processington. Processington is just a nice little town. It's got a nice little high street. It's got like lots of houses, lovely people, and it's got Processington Secondary School, typical English secondary school. And in Processington Secondary School, there is, of course, the canteen and the kitchens. Lots of stainless steel. I'm thinking like Jurassic Park vibes, basically. Everything's very shiny, but also kind of like everything's overrun by raptors.
I mean, dinosaurs. Sorry.
Spoilers. But it's not new and shiny. It's a sort of somewhat old, hasn't really been done up in a while, not got enough money. State secondary school. That's the kind of vibe we're going for. And in Processington secondary schools, canteen, kitchens, we find it's the end of a school day. The children have all gone, and there is one person left in the canteen, and they are basically putting things away. And, it's somewhat typical. So the foodstuffs that we're about to meet, you have, all been here a little while. And the end of the day is a sort of familiar occurrence. Things get put away, very important. They get put away in the fridge if you need, or in the freezer. Things get cleaned up, things get closed up, and people go home. And the person in here right now, Lila, she's out of all the people who work in the kitchen, I think she takes the best care of the food. You really feel like she respects food. It's important, and she cares about feeding the kids and feeding the kids healthy meals, whether the kids want that or not. Maybe one day if she was in charge, she'd make some changes to the menu. She'd get the kids excited about food again. Stop all this food waste. But that's for the future. So as we see Lila tidying up, I'm going to say, let's have a little bit of a description of Emily and Johnny. Whereabouts are your shepherd's pie and custard? Where are Shep and Ambrosia at the sort of end of the day here?
I feel like I'm in one of those enormous trays with like water underneath, so I'm kept hot by steam. So I'm in an enormous like stainless steel pan just on my back, like almost like I'm on a gurney.
Lovely.
I think if it's not going to ruin everything, I think Ambrosia's been put back in the fridge. I think she is in a little bowl, one of those canteen bowls, the white porcelain that's like really chunky, so if you drop it, it doesn't smash into a million pieces. And I think she's been put back in the fridge to
Cling
keep
film
her
over the
cold
top?
for now. Oh yeah, a little bit of cling film on the top. Yeah, so she's a little right now. Oh, Shamini, I can't hear you.
Right, thank you. And how about you, Luke? Because you don't necessarily fit in this kitchen.
No, he's something of a outsider, old Saxon, something of a maverick. Yeah, he's not part of the normal canteen roster. He's slipped out of the rucksack of his child. His kid must have accidentally dropped him, because who wouldn't want to eat fruit leather, a nutrifying and delicious fruit roll up that gives you the quick energy you need to laugh, play, share, and climb. But so I think he's just like, he's currently sort of in his packet. It's a sort of pastel coloured recycled paper, like kind of, yeah, a packet to appeal to sort of conscientious parents. Let's say it's got an animal. Let's say it's got a bear on it. Not that I'm specifically targeting any particular brand of fruit roll up.
Oh, of course not.
No, why would
No.
you? No. Yeah.
No. Yeah, and I think he's probably just lying on the floor, thinking that there's been some kind of mix-up. What's happened?
Oh man. And as you're all lying on the floor on various surfaces and in the fridge, those of you who are out see Lila. She's putting various things away, and as she goes, she opens the freezer, stuffs a bag of frozen peas back into the compartment, and the eagle-eyed among you may observe something small just falls out of the freezer as she sort of shoves the peas in. It's kind of overpacked in there. Just something just lands on the floor by the freezer. Lila closes the door. She sort of goes off to the hall area to finish some things in there. And you have a moment. Now, of course, everyone knows the rules of being food are that you cannot let the humans see you move or know that you can talk. Right? That's absolutely fundamental. For one thing, if they knew that you could talk, they might not eat you. Which would obviously be a disaster, because what else would really fulfill you in your life? I mean, that's got to be the ultimate goal here. But you have a few moments while Lila's out of the room. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
Struggle against my bonds, please. I think I'd like to just try and sort of erupt out of my packet.
Let's have the first roll of the game.
Ooh.
I think this is about power, strength. I think this is a yum roll. What is
Okay.
your yum score? Yum score.
I thought maybe 0 felt right, like pretty like straight down the middle, like completely tasteless, like basically.
I was
no
feeling that. Yeah.
mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's
100%.
fruit without all the flavour, isn't it?
Yeah. Just sort
Yeah.
of pressed fruit.
All,
If anyone's
all the
wondering
moisture,
what-
all of the fun.
Probably people are watching and going, what is fruit leather? Well, it's simply pureed fruit poured onto a flat surface for drying, and then it's pulled and rolled. And that's what it is. Okay, so I add and subtract nothing, I guess, to whatever this it's D20, right?
That D20 roll then, yes, please. Thank you.
All right, that is a 1.
Yes.
I've died.
Well,
That's
Luke, it's
a
been
lot of
lovely
one.
having you. If you want to leave, then that's fine. Yeah. that's
Oh
it.
no, he's expired.
Very good. Very good.
Oh no, because I'm organic. I probably actually do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. What I will say is, you're in this plastic coating.
Yeah.
Not only can you not get out, but you're really feeling the lack of preservatives in this kind of humid, enclosed environment. And you
Oh,
suddenly have this terror, like, you're not getting opened anytime soon, right? Like, you've been dropped. If you don't get out of here, there's mold just being called to.
I'm supposed to be stored in a dry, cool space. This is not cool.
Are you uncomfortable, young man? Have you been
Who's that?
abandoned
Who
by
said
your
that?
human?
Whose
It's
voice
me.
is that?
I'm Shep Pie. Good evening.
Good I've lost all sense of time in here. Is it truly the evening?
Yes, it is. It is a Wednesday. You can tell because I'm here. I am inevitable. I am every Wednesday.
Hop down here and free me, you hero.
Can I? I'd like to look around
Yeah.
and see how feasible it is for me to go down onto the floor.
I'd say it's slightly risky because Lila's not usually doesn't pop out for long. However, obviously food has the ability to move around and walk and jump. Are you what are you in?
One of those enormous catering trays.
And do you so you don't have to stay in it, but you could
I think
so you could move the whole thing, or you could be in it as
if I
you
move
as
the
you
whole
prefer.
thing, I'm gonna make a hell of a racket. But also I feel like one of my core tenets is that I am molten at the core. Like I'm just always too hot. So I was slightly worried that if I just like glom onto this poor piece of tasteless fruit leather, I'll melt it.
Melt the plastic away.
Oh,
With a burning molten core.
Yeah, sod it. I'm just gonna kind of like gawp my way out of the tray.
Out of the tray.
Yeah,
He's
and
left the tray.
I'm gonna try and land directly on Saxon, the organic fruit roll up.
I gotta say I feel like this is a yuck.
It is,
roll.
unfortunately.
I presume you're quite a yummy shepherd's pie.
I'm a +2 on the yum factor.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah.
It wasn't beautifully, tastefully described. So yeah.
No, indeed not.
I'm feeling the yuck.
Okie dokie. So
But you are using your no, this is for the glopping. Let's roll it all into one.
Okay.
You're using is molten hot core one of your properties?
Yes, it is.
So I will let you roll with advantage.
Okay, great. So I'm looking for.
So it's yuck. So you need to get low roll. You need to get under. You need to get 7 or lower.
So yeah, and with my penalty. Okay, right. That's a 10. That +2 is 12. That's not great. That is an 11. +2 is 13. Also not great.
Shamini's such a kind GM normally, though, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Will it?
I don't
So I
know.
landed a pile of hair.
I'm trying to help.
You glop. Yeah. I mean, you've said it. You miss the fruit roll up. And I think because the fruit roll up's a little way away from the edge, and you've just gone straight down into that sort of corner, which is just really hard to clean, in the gap between the floor and the cupboards. And yeah, there's some bits of hair and bits of dirt in there, and you've splopped next to the fruit roll up. And you can also see you're quite near both the fridge and the freezer here as well.
I got the heat coming off you, lad.
Yes, it's quite something, isn't it? Do you feel it warming you?
It's warming me, yes, but microbes could be growing inside me. I need to get out of here. My child is going unnutrified. Any moment now they could need to climb or run or share, and they're going to need me.
Bernard.
Yes.
You suddenly are awakened. You haven't really been. It's almost like you've been sort of suspended, like time has hardly been passing. Everything's been in a daze for a while. And suddenly you feel sort of energy coming back to you, consciousness. And there's a strange view around you, and you feel some heat, which is unusual. It feels very unfamiliar, this heat.
Am I being cooked? Am I being cooked?
You guys just hear this voice coming from over by the freezer.
Hello? Am I being cooked? Hello?
Who said that?
It's me! It's Bernard! I'm a turkey dinosaur!
75. 75 degrees
what?
centigrade internal temperature. That's what you must reach. Currently, you're on the floor of the cafeteria. You're going to reach room temperature, which is considerably lower.
Will people eat me if I'm room temperature?
Not if they're wise. But we are in a school, so maybe.
I can't get up. My legs are stiff.
It's merely atrophy from a life spent in a freezer. It will pass.
Will it? When I'm
Yes.
cooked?
Look, while you're frozen solid, it's going to be difficult to move. When you're cooked, it's also going to be difficult to move, but I have to think there's a sweet spot in the middle where you'll be able to sort of walk around and such.
Oh, right. Well, it says on my packet that I should not be not frozen unless I'm being cooked. How long do I have?
Mere minutes, my boy.
Mere minutes? I survived the Great Ice Age for this. I survived the Ice Age, and I've got minutes to live.
Listen,
Yes.
I don't know what a turkey dinosaur is, but if you're any kind of reptile, come over here and use your sharp teeth and claws to get me out of this bag.
I hate to break it to you, but I don't have sharp teeth or claws. I am a turkey tyrannosaurus, a turkey T-Rex. The extra T is for turkey. Okay, I feel a little bit of something coming back in my legs. Let me see if I can get up. I'm gonna try and get up.
Okay. I think you have to roll a yuck for that for slowly, slightly defrosting. I know you usually say yum, but yeah.
Yeah, so I have given myself a -3
Okay.
in yuck because
Great.
I am uncooked poultry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you only need to roll a 7 or lower.
Oh, lovely. I've rolled an 8. -3 is 5.
Lovely. Okay, you feel bits of processed meat sort of almost snapping internally as bits of you are already starting to defrost, and you kind of crack that icy meat, and you start crawling your way slowly at first over to where Saxon is lying on the floor. At this point, you hear Lila coming back. Is there anything anyone would like to do before she enters the room?
Dinosaur, stay completely still. Her vision is based on movement.
Incredible. Yeah, I'm just going to drop.
Okay. Assuming everyone's staying completely still, Lila is rushes back into the kitchen. She seems like she seems like in a bit of a rush. Seems like there's somewhere she needs to be, and she is holding one leftover can that she's found from outside. Sort of looking around. Where should I put this? She very quickly opens the fridge, takes the custard out to make room, shoves this thing at the back, gets a phone call, something's ringing. She's absentmindedly closes the fridge door, doesn't notice any of you, lying very still on the floor, rushes out. You hear the jangling of keys, and you hear her footsteps sort of disappear across the hall. More keys, clunking, things that are doors are shut, and she is gone. Ambrosia, you're on the side.
Oh God, it was cold in there. Oi, Shep.
Good evening, Ambrosia.
Why are you on the floor?
I was trying to melt the skin off of this processed and yet somehow reassuringly ethical piece of fruit leather.
Oh. Are you
One of those
sweet?
newfangled fad foods, like this ridiculous anthropomorphized lump of turkey matter.
A turkey?
Oh.
No.
He doesn't look like a turkey.
No, it looks like one of the predecessors of a turkey.
We evolved from chicken nuggets.
Right. But you're not a chicken, you're not a turkey.
I'm a T-Rex.
All right, sod it, I'm coming down. And she will start to try and, I would like to try and flip off the counter or leave my bowl.
Oh, you're gonna leave the bowl, right? Okay.
There'll be some kind of something on the floor I can get into.
Yeah. I feel like you can roll a yum for this. You're
Right.
athletic, lovely athletic custard.
I've given custard a +3 in yum
Yeah,
because
you just need a
it's
14
custard.
or higher.
Goes with
It's
it.
custard.
That's fair.
It's a natural 20.
Oh.
23.
Over to you. What happens?
I think she sort of. How does this is so strange describing how custard is sentient. She sort of punches almost, and you're not quite sure how it happens, but maybe we'll come to it later. And the cling film rips, and slowly the bowl tips over and starts to fall. And it looks like it's about to splatter all over the floor, but there's this tiny saucepan, and she just manages to like swerve her fall into a saucepan, and then there's this little saucepan, which tiny, you know, one of those little ones that you do like baked beans or little bits of custard in, and so she's now in a little saucepan with a handle.
Lovely. You are on the floor. What would you like to do?
Right, what's going on? Oi, you in the packaging.
Yes. Who's there?
I'm Ambrosia. Lovely to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you, Ambrosia. Please
Right.
help me escape this packet. My child needs me.
Sure, yeah, I guess. Can I try and... Are there any cuts of any form in the packaging? Like, is there a tiny
Oh yeah,
rip?
there's a sort of serrated kind of bit in the top corner.
I'm trying to...
Tear
find somewhere
here?
to-
Bag bit. Yeah, a tear here.
A tear?
Sort of
A tear? All right, fine. Bernard? Did you say your name? I know your name's Bernard. I've worked it out. Can you use those tiny little arms of yours?
What, these?
Yes.
You want me to try and rip that?
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit on the top of it, and then if you pull the rest, maybe it'll tear.
All right.
I can't see any way it will go wrong.
Me neither.
Cool. Right. She's gonna plonk the saucepan. I assume I can then move the saucepan I'm in, Shamini? Question mark? Or do I have to just
Yes.
slosh myself to make
Yeah,
it?
I will say you if you're in a container, you can be.
Great.
in
The
that container.
container will sort of walk
Possessing it.
dunk, 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 dunk,
Yeah.
and sit on the top of the packaging, so on the little bit that would be the serrated edge. Shep, I don't know if you can help with this at all, but
You know, I was invented either in the late 1700s or early 1800s by resourceful housewives
Yes.
looking for ways to use up the extra meat from Sunday roasts.
yes, no, you've told us.
Yes. I just
And how
can't
does all
believe
the
this
hair
is what
and the
I'm
dust
reduced
factor
to.
in?
That's an unwanted ingredient.
Is it for flavour?
For texture, really.
I mean, some people say that I can be traced back to ancient Rome, but you don't hear me going on about it.
Yes, we all heard.
And
about
I could
the
be
ancient
traced
Roman
back to the
period.
time of the dinosaurs. We've all had
Right.
history. Let's get on with it. I'm going to try and rip the thing open.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to roll a yum for physical prowess?
Can
Not
I
your.
help?
Yeah, I'll say you get. I'll say you can roll double for Ambrosia's help.
Okay, good. Here we go. So what do I need to beat? With my
Um,
-3 to this?
14.
Oh, God.
14.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Ooh.
14 or higher.
It's doable.
So that's 9. And that's 2.
Oh, Laurie.
Bernard, the turkey dinosaur, goes skittering across the floor without
Oh,
the rest of the package coming. Ambrosia, I'll give you the opportunity to try and, while you're sitting on it, rip it yourself.
oh, very
Can I
fancy
try and help
bastard.
from inside?
Yes, you
Can I
can.
can I just basically just try and sort of push outwards with a powerful thrust,
Thrust
Yes.
outwards.
Yes. Roll
uncoil like a
thrusting.
powerful snake of fruit?
So I get to... No, not at
I'm
all.
going to say both roll. Luke, roll yum.
Okay.
Oh,
When you
dear.
said snake of fruit, all I'm thinking is banana conda.
What?
We didn't specify
No,
flavor.
no,
What
no,
flavor?
no.
What flavor? What fruit are you?
Oh yeah,
what fruit were you?
We'll find out when he comes out the packaging.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Bates, would you like to roll?
I would love to.
You both rolling yums. You both need a 14.
I'm rolling
higher.
well good. I rolled a 17 for a 20.
Great. I only rolled a 10, so that's relief.
Okay, you hear a thump as this fruit roll-up charges to the side of the packet. It's the wrong side of the packet, but fortunately, Ambrosia, on the other side, you just use your amazing custard powers, rip open the plastic.
Oh! Yeah, I would like to sort of spring and roll out. I imagine I'm sort of picturing Microsoft Clippy, but sort of made of made of a roll of fruit.
Have you still got the paper on you?
Yeah, because they have that bit.
Because they always come with that
normally,
edge of paper, don't they? So you can otherwise it just sticks to itself and becomes a fruit ball.
I think I think I do still have that. Although I think I'll try and shed it quite quickly, and just sort of wriggle around in a sinewy way.
All right.
Well, it's good to get eyes on all of you at last. Oh,
What flavour
yes.
are you?
Fine foodstuff, banana conda. Fine foodstuffs all. Yes, I come with 3 interesting facts about bananas and anacondas.
Wow.
They're just on the inside of my packet. It's so that while you're playing and getting fit and growing, you can also learn about anacondas.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
Did you
we've
know
had
that the
penguins for
anaconda
ages.
is
We
one
know
of
all
the
about
snakes
them.
of the world?
Right. Yes. It is.
Did you say one of the snakes of the world?
Absolutely.
Is that what your packaging says? One of the snakes of the world.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to be a real asset here, Saxon. I can tell. Shep, you don't normally come down here. Do we need to get you back up?
It would be preferable, yes.
Right.
As you're saying this, you hear a voice from under the fridge.
Oh.
The voice says, "Oh, I'm not sure it'll do you much good."
Do we inherently know whether that's... I mean, I know you said from under the fridge, so I, Johnny, have a guess. But are we able to sense innately whether a voice is human or food?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's food. It's definitely food.
Okay, great.
There's no one under the fridge. It's
Tilt the
food.
saucepan
Yeah.
so I can see, because I assume the eyes are in the custard, not the saucepan.
You see a sort of off shaped sphere, sort of like ball shaped, sort of silhouetted in the darkness. Give me a hand, I'm old.
Only Bernard's got hands, and he's not very good with them, so.
I can try.
Well, give it a
I'll
go.
try. I'll go and try and roll this like gladiator.
Very good.
Gladiators, that is, yeah, the Powerball mold.
Roll.
Not Paul's Mescal.
Are there any of your
help me carry him?
Best I could do is roll him, mate.
Are there any of your properties you would like to use for this?
Well, the properties I've written down are I'm crumbed, semi-frozen, and I have legs. So
Tiny arms.
I don't. Maybe legs could be
Where's the
upgraded
legs?
to limbs.
I would say legs. Let's go with it. You have legs.
Yep.
Roll yum with advantage.
Okay.
Not with your negative modifier.
It's a perfectly formulated TTRPG, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Makes
Well, I rolled. You can either have 9, or you could have a -2.
Oh.
I have never played in a game with you where you roll well, ever.
No,
Laurie.
I need a new dice.
Bernard is very near to also becoming stuck under the fridge, but manages to extricate themselves.
Oi.
Well, what can you expect from something that's only 43 to 46% turkey?
Right. Look, Saxon, can you do something about this? Help him out.
Absolutely. Watch this. I'd like to sort of roll over in a ball. It kind of transform into a rope and sort of yank this spherical food out
Amazing.
from under the fridge.
Roll yum with advantage.
Can I do this with advantage because
Absolutely.
one of my traits is long.
I would have taken long, ball, sticky. Like you've got all the skills.
Sticky, long, and organic are my 3. So
Lovely. Yeah.
I'll go. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. That's a 12. That's
Missing die.
That's a 3. So
That was a 12, including your modifier.
my modifier is 0.
Oh, you're in modifier 0, so I forgot.
We're never gonna get this guy out.
The little voice comes back. It doesn't matter anyway. They're
Good.
gone. They're gone now.
Right, no, this is not.
They're gone. I've seen this before.
You seen what before? Who are you? What are you?
They call me Chestnut. I am old. And I have seen many years come and go. Have you seen the coloured strings?
The coloured. Oh, what, those things they put up outside?
You look up and you can see even in here this sort of shiny tinsel along some of the walls hanging, and you've definitely glimpsed it out in the hall as well.
Ooh.
What's it for?
Hang on a minute. There's something like that on my packaging.
Oh.
Can I roll over to my empty packet, which I think will have a bear dressed as Santa on it? Because if it is indeed the festive season coming up, then I'm guessing
Christmas
my
edition.
packaging will
Yeah.
will be a sort of Christmasified.
Absolutely, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's there too. Is this? Look, they keep talking to me about this this Christmas blooding thing, like some kind of thing I'm meant to be going with next week or something. I think I'm gonna get eaten, so I'm pretty psyched about it. But
You're lucky.
It's too late now. The school is closed for the holidays.
what do you mean?
What?
They've locked the doors. They've gone. They won't be back for weeks.
No, because I've only got like a month left before I have to be eaten.
And Layla left me out. She wouldn't do that. She's really conscientious about how long food will last.
Right.
It's why we have a 5 out of 5 rating from the health guy.
Yeah, right, and she put cling film on me, so she must be planning on eating me, right?
I can only tell you what I have seen.
You're delusional, Chestnut. It happens.
What
You're
you're saying
scared.
is
You spent too long under the fridge.
impossible disaster. I've left my foil enclosure. The clock is ticking. I have to get eaten by my child, Maple. That is her
Maple is
name.
your child's. That's a name of a child.
Yes, Maple, yes. Her parents buy her healthy, organic, nutrifying snacks like me, but there must have been some sort of mix-up. She went to pick me up and accidentally picked up a Twix. I don't know how that happened. Boy, will her face be red, and boy will her sugars be marginally too high.
Yeah. Right.
You're telling me that I'm the first turkey dinosaur to make it out of the freezer in over a year after the long ice age, and I'm gonna go off?
That's right, Bernard.
Yeah, I'm not
You're-
going off. I'm getting
You're-
eaten.
They're not coming back for weeks.
They're not coming back for you at all, Bernard. Your kind were ruled
It's
illegally by
Christmas.
an...
They always eat turkey.
They don't eat it in your form, not since that self-important chef waged war against your people.
Yes, Bernard, you seem like a nice enough fellow, but I have to tell you, your time is well and truly past. You don't nutrify a child, hardly at all. Not like me. There's no quick-release energy in you at all. Why, if I were to eat you, I could perhaps run, perhaps climb, but share and play as well? I don't think so. No, Bernard, I'm afraid your time is up. Your time is well and truly past.
Oh,
But
so
I
you're
suggest
one
the
of
rest
those
of us
health
try and get
guys. You're
eaten.
one of those health guys.
Yes, well, of course.
Look, Saxon, some of us have some preservatives in, all right? It's nothing to be ashamed of. And you know what?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. And you know what, Bernard? It just means we can survive longer. Okay?
You know, it's guys like him that led to the entire ousting of my packet.
Yeah.
My
Yes,
entire
well-
packet of turkey dinosaur clan brethren are stuck in that freezer over there, and they have been for years, watching as every other food in this kitchen gets lifted out, cooked, and eaten while we just languish.
Listen, friend, I have no wish to fight you, because I would easily win. I suggest that we find children, people, and get eaten as soon as possible, and we can address the question of whether a child should ever deign to eat sugary foods like Bernard and Ambrosia at a later date. Are you with me, Shep? You look wholesome. You've got a carrot or something in you, I bet. And that hare, why, if you're out on a mountain, you'll eat hare.
You're
Shep, you gonna
thinking
listen
of
to
my
this guy?
cousin Cottage Pie. I
Oh,
contain
yes.
no carrots. I believe I mentioned it earlier. My ingredients are potatoes, butter, milk, onions, gravy granules, and silenced lamb.
Shep, I hate the way you say butter. Should we try and find a way out?
Right.
Oh,
Sure.
there's no point, says the chestnut.
Oh God!
The school is completely locked. No one ever comes in and no one ever comes out until the time of the loud bangs.
Look, you're a depressing chestnut. I'm sorry. Like,
I-
we
I'm
can move.
Yeah.
old. At this point, no, okay, no, you carry on.
Yeah, right.
Where are you
Shall we-
going?
Let's leave. Let's just leave. Let's go find a kid. There'll be one running around there somewhere. They're here all the time. Some of them come in at night. I've seen them.
Yes, they're the ones who draw the funny fruit on. The little fruit
Exactly.
bowls with a banana and 2 plums underneath.
Exactly. The fruit drawing ones.
All over the lockers they draw them.
Right. That's the door over there, right?
See, I told you children were essentially decent. It's probably because they've had a good breakfast.
Yeah. That's why they stay up late doing that. We'll talk about it, Saxon. Look, if we get through that door, Shep, you can open the door, right? You're a giant thing.
I'll melt the lock off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that could work.
You head over to the double doors of the kitchen,
Mhm.
which Lila, I would say, pulled a bolt across. Actually, Shep, would you like to try and ooze up and melt the metal with your molten hot core?
Yes, please. Yeah, one of my 3 sort of characteristics are boiling hot mints, stodgy, which I kind of think I could use to put people to sleep, and just sort of all-round classic.
Aww.
So yeah, if I can use my boiling hot mints, that'd be great. Is this a
Yeah.
yuck or a yum?
I think burning things to melt them is yuck. I'm afraid
yuck,
it's
yeah.
not great, not
It's
nutritious.
10 plus 2 is 12, and a 2 plus 2 is 4.
Amazing. Shep, you ooze up the door and you just sit on this bolt, and she bolted it from the other side, but you ooze into the gap, and you feel the connecting bit start to droop. Very hot Shep's pie. And
So hot, it can melt metal.
yes, it can. Yes,
I'm just
that's
going to Google the temperature that metal
that's
melts at. Don't mind me.
science because of how we like science here. Wait, okay, what is the melting point of? I don't know what it would even be made
Well,
of.
what kind? I mean,
I said everything else was stainless steel. Let's
stainless steel. All right, hang on. Please
Yeah.
hold.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, that's fine. It's just 1,375 to 1,530 degrees centigrade.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
about right
That
for a
sounds
shepherd's
about
pie.
right
Yeah.
to the middle
The centre of a
of
shepherd's
a
pie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've had a
exactly.
shepherd's
You've
pie
only
that
just
hot.
left the dish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Phew. The doors sort of swing slightly open, and you feel a cold breeze come through. As probably for the first time, you sort of are leaving the confines of the kitchen.
Well, it looks like we're back on the menu.
Yeah.
Can I look around to see if I can see any signs of children or humans where they might have gone? Something like that.
You emerge into the hall, which doubles up as a sports hall and assembly hall and dining hall at lunch times, and you see all of the sort of Christmas paraphernalia. You see a bear dressed as Santa, sort of badly drawn, stuck on one of the notice boards. You don't see any people here. There are big, tall, floor-to-ceiling windows, outside of which you can also see a little bit of scaffolding. The school is like constantly having works sort of half done and then stretching out so that the kids are all in temporary buildings for years. And beyond that, the playing fields stretching out, sort of green, drab trees. You see houses and buildings across the playing field. This is the back of the school, and you also, I'm going to say, hear something coming from the door to the hall, which is sort of near where you are, which sort of leads into the sort of corridors into the rest of the school. Sort of vague, like sound of movement, let's say.
Well, that'll be a kid, right? They'll eat us.
You make your way
Yeah, let's go that way.
across the vast, terrifying. It's all empty. All the tables have been put away. You just 4 little food items heading along this big empty hall. The other door, the door to the corridor, is not locked. It's just sort of double swing doors.
Which
and you
we
come
can
out.
open?
Yes.
Great, good.
Yeah. It's not like so heavy that you can't get through it. And you come out into a long corridor, and you see to your left is a set of stairs going up. There's classrooms all along here, and in front of you, you see another sort of set of windows, which is the main entrance to the school. And beyond that, cars and more buildings. It sort of looks busier, shall we say.
How have any of you ever seen a human that's not in the kitchen? You know anyone that's been eaten?
I don't want to
Well,
talk about it.
We heard told stories back in the factory. But sorry, did I say factory? I meant I meant sweet home mom and pop. They roll out each one special and
You came
cut them
from a
up.
factory.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
not really a factory. Look. The fact is, successful businesses have to scale.
Mm-hmm.
Some successful businesses get purchased by large conglomerates. It's just the nature of the business. I know all of this, but no, I've never seen someone get a food be eaten. I've never seen a child. I just know the conception.
There was this really lovely chocolate cake, Chocky, and everyone loved him. Everyone wanted to eat Chocky, and that little shit Miles, he came in and he started feeding it to his dog, and then his dog had to go to the vet, and it's not a way you want to see a chocolate cake go out.
This Miles character. Tell me more about Miles.
I mean, he thinks we can just be fed to anything. Anything he sees, birds, hamsters, snakes. You'd probably feed you to a snake. He'd think that was funny.
Might be funny.
Do you really want to be eaten by a snake?
No. I want to be eaten by Maple, my child.
Exactly. Think about Maple. Focus on Maple.
Where could she be?
Honestly,
Maple!
I'd take being eaten by any human.
Honestly,
I would ideally be cooked first.
I really think that's important for you, Bernard. I'm not.
Yeah.
gonna
I think
lie.
in my current state, I'm quite poisonous.
You are
Yes.
dripping as well, and I don't know if that's good.
Hey, I don't know. I feel like I've got more motion than I ever had before, but I'm struggling to keep my legs together.
Well, yes, it's because it's
know what
just
I
a
mean?
lot of sinew that's been mashed up and reformed. There's no
Yeah,
connective tissue. It's all
Well, the good
just
thing is-
binding.
Well, the good thing is, if we ever need to get back to the kitchen, I've left the trail.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's something.
Yeah, it's sort of a mix of crumbs and I don't know what my other ingredients are. I never saw the back of the packet. I just fell out, so I assume it's just goop. Scoop an
Just
ingredient.
water, I think, at this point. Surely you're not like fully falling apart, right, Bernard? Do you want to like sit? I mean, you have to keep your feet up, but like you can sit on the top of the pot if you want. But like, just don't put your feet in me. That'd be great.
Don't dip in.
Yeah, no dipping. We're not doing that.
Because we.
Do you know
I
fish
don't know.
fingers actually? Because they used to.
Go with
it doesn't
custard.
matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Different time.
You hear something distinctly now. Again, the sound of sort of movement, sort of like something hitting something else, and then you hear a "oh."
Is that a human?
No.
That's a human, surely. All I need, guys, is just to get myself in front of a human being, make my case, and then I think I'm gonna get eaten. And then the great thing is they're gonna eat me. I'm gonna be so freaking delicious that they're gonna go back and they're gonna get the rest of my packet out of there. Turkey dinosaurs are going back on the menu.
As Bernard is saying this, they're kind of like facing you, like down this corridor, and the other three of you see behind Bernard, during the dramatic monologue, flapping down from the stairwell, a sort of grey, purpley green blur lands in the corridor directly behind Bernard. A pigeon.
Bernard, you need to. Just get in the pot. Bernard, get in my pot.
You're in great danger, Bernard.
I don't mind if you
What
dip.
do you
Just
mean
get in
I'm
the
in
pot.
great
Bernard, get in the pot.
danger?
Bernard, you're coated in crumbs.
I'm coated in crumbs, and what does that mean?
If you want to be eaten by a human,
I'd love to
Get
be
in the
eaten by a
pot
human. That's just what I've been
now.
saying to
Bernard.
you the entire time.
Start running, Bernard. Bernard, start running.
Ooh. You hear a loud poo from over your shoulder, Bernard.
can I flip my pot over and try and cover
I love
Bernard?
that! I love that! Yes. Yes. Roll yum for me.
Yeah, excellent. Oh no, it's 11.
Oh, it's not
Not good.
It's not good. You clatter forward. You don't manage to cover Bernard. You kind of hit him, Bernard. You suddenly get hit in the side with a pot.
No.
You tumble to one side, and Brosy, you tumble to the other side. The pigeon, slightly startled by the clanking, the appearance of the pot, sort of flaps up before kind of landing again. Looks between these two things, eyes on Bernard, starts walking forwards with its bobbing head.
Oh my god, is this a turkey? Is that a turkey?
It's not
Are you my dad?
Can I puff up the sort of carefully fork-made ridges of my potato to make myself seem bigger to deter predators?
I love it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Is that
You
yuck or
can.
yum?
It feels kind of yum to me. Yeah, it feels
Yeah,
lovely.
my
It
first
feels
yum. That's a
lusciously delicious.
17 for a 19 in total.
Absolutely. The chef suddenly puffs up, lovely sort of airy light mash, expanding slightly. And once again, the pigeon is startled, flapping its wings loudly together, and sort of skittering backwards.
In that moment of pigeon indecision, can I try and sort of whip out and wrap myself around the pigeon's neck?
Oh God, yes, you can. Please do.
Yeah.
That'll be a yum with advantage for being long, I imagine.
I thought
Yeah.
you were a vegan.
Well, pigeons. Oh,
Well, pigeons.
Well,
Wow.
Well, pigeons
Oh,
deserve
19.
it was the end of that sentence.
Yeah.
yeah.
19. You
look.
are.
Look, this doesn't have to necessarily be fatal.
You spring
Anyway.
forward. In
Yeah.
fact, why don't you describe it? What does this look like?
I'd just sort of like to roll up, get some momentum,
Oh.
and then sort of uncoil and sort of Indiana Jones whip around this like a snap band
Yeah,
around this pigeon's neck.
absolutely terrifying. It
And
freaks the hell out.
Yeah, I'll just shout to the others, "Run! Get to safety!
Can I
Tell
try
Maple
to
to
use
wait
my
for me."
tiny arms to take hold of Saxon and use them as reins to control the pigeon?
Yes.
You can. What would you like to roll for that?
Well, I think
Limbs,
I
I
think
think
I
we
think
can-
it's limbs.
Yeah.
You need limbs to do this. And yeah, I don't. It's. I guess it's kind of. I'm thinking it's more of an animal handling role.
It's
Than
oh,
it
it's
is
animal
than it is
handling.
You are a
than it is a
dinosaur.
strength roll. Yeah, I'm a dinosaur.
Which is related
I'm an
to
animal
Bernard,
animal
yeah.
handling.
Yeah.
Could
I'm
Bernard
an
get
animal
one
that's
more
been
dice on
reshaped
this?
into a different animal, handling
Yeah.
an animal.
Oh,
The
yeah, there's
pigeon-
So many animals.
The pigeon isn't going to enjoy this, so I will let you roll yuck.
Okay.
I'm very sticky. Could I don't know if this is already with advantage.
It's already with
probably.
advantage, but you.
Oh
yes,
my God.
it would help.
I'm the I actually am the worst roller of dice ever.
you
That's
just rolled
that was I rolled
Uh.
2 15s, so I get 12 on both.
Ouch.
Bernard. No.
Saxon, would you like to try and grab
Yeah.
Fix it.
Bernard? Yeah. Would you like to fix it?
Fix it now.
Bernard, fix it. Saxon, fix it.
Saxon, fix it.
Nope. That's an 8.
Saxon would not like to fix
Yeah.
it.
Saxon would
Bernard.
like to fix it, but that was an 8, unfortunately.
I think I'm just stuffing myself into the pigeon's mouth at this point. Surely. Go
Right,
on
well,
without me.
No, Bernard.
Right. Bernard goes flying forward. Is
If a human eats the pigeon, it's kind of like we were eaten by a human. Maybe our mission should be to get the
Get the
human
pigeon
to eat this
eaten.
pigeon.
It's
Bernard
almost
is-
Christmas. We'll have a to pigeon.
Very good.
The pigeon has Bernard in its beak, cannot swallow because Saxon is round its neck, and is taking off and flapping back up the stairs
No.
with what little breath it
Right.
remains in its one-way lung system. What would you like to do?
Ambrosia is gonna punch the pot off. Ambrosia is very stressed right now. And
Oh God, he's stressed, Ambrosia.
Ambrosia is stressed. And fun
Oh.
fact about being stressed: the definition of a non-Newtonian fluid is that when it's stressed, it changes state. So Ambrosia now, I am going full non-Newtonian, solid. Yes, custard can be a solid. And can I please try and punch this pigeon?
Punch the pigeon! You may.
And it's
Would you
obviously
like to...
yum.
Yum with advantage, yeah.
Yum.
Double
Why
yum.
is it yum? Obviously, I know.
It's
but-
like because of the sugars and the glucose in the custard that you need to have the energy to do the punching. It's a really well thought through and comprehensive
Is it 21?
system of stats. Was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This is good dice. Good dice.
You, in fact, you describe it. How exactly do you punch this pigeon?
I think you see that the pot's flipped over and sort of just about managed to contain most of Ambrosia, and suddenly it just like flies up, clatters into the ceiling and like down the corridor, and this blob of custard sort of coalesces and just throws itself into the belly of the pigeon, and just like straight in the middle, and the pigeon just like bleh, and then so Bernard flies out, and I think some feathers
That's clever.
probably go around, and yeah, and then it falls back to the floor,
That's very
and then
nice.
just sort of starts to like spread out a little bit. And can I please also look around and see if there's any other form of container anywhere nearby, like a yogurt pot or something, or a
Ooh,
mug, or
yeah. What would you like? Would you like to go into one of the classrooms? You could probably find certainly a
pencil pot?
teacher's mug. Oh yeah, nice little pencil pot. I'll say there's the open door to
Yeah.
a nearby classroom.
Yeah. I'll jump in a quick pencil pot.
And sort of do a quick leg it over and hop in a pencil
I'll
pot.
just quickly come back.
Yeah, what kind of pencil pot is it?
A plastic one, pink plastic.
Pink glass. That wasn't supposed to be the hardest question.
And there was a couple
Okay.
of pencils in there. Then she sort of, so there's some pencils sticking out of Ambrosia now. As well.
Oh,
You now have
Oh, that's
pencils.
cool.
we're armed now.
Yeah, they're very sharp.
The pigeon is freaking out, trying to fly away. Everyone is on the ground except for Saxon. Are you staying around the pigeon's neck?
If I think the pigeon is retreating, I'll unwind and drop athletically. If you can imagine a fruit roll up doing the Spider-Man landing, that's sort of.
I can't.
No, it's all in the
I
vibes.
can't- I
I
can't
really
either.
can. No,
Yeah.
I can see that. You can just tell. They it's just one long shape, but you could just tell it's the Spider-Man landing.
It's like
You know,
one
you-
leg of the Spider-Man outfit doing the Spider-man landing.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
You drop to the floor. The pigeon flaps away, back up the stairs, up into the stairwell, and you hear the sort of flapping of its wings. You hear a sort of slight collision as it sort of flaps against something. You feel a sort of like cool breeze coming down from upstairs, and then the sound of the pigeon retreats away, muffled outside, flapping away, and you are left alone in an empty Processington Secondary School.
Well, I'm lying on the floor covered in like feathers, so I now look like what modern science thinks regular T-Rexes look like.
You've become more accurate.
Yeah, I've become more accurate.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the hell was that? Is it always like that out here?
That, my friends, was an anaconda.
Oh,
That's one of the snakes of the wild.
that was a snake.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. I believe so.
I thought you looked like a snake, so I thought it wouldn't because it had wings, right? And that's like those chickens and stuff like that we see.
That's the thing about snakes. Deceptive.
Right.
Very deceptive. Yes. Anyway, it looks like this school is completely empty of children. We may have to leave the building and explore further out.
Right.
Well, do you know the way? You came here in a backpack, so you've been outside.
Right.
Yes, well, I'm a mountaineering sort. I'm at home on the mountains, in the wilds and the trees. The rocks and the rivers are my natural home. Can I sort of like look around?
For rocks and rivers.
Try and gauge.
Roll.
What are we actually trying to figure out? What are we trying? We're just trying to get to some children or some people.
Yeah,
right?
that you need to. I think you need to get out of this school right now. If what the Chestnut said is true, no one is coming back here
Does
for a
it
while.
look like it's snowing outside?
Yeah, because we could do with frosting up Bernard a
Freezing
bit.
Bernard.
Yeah.
As
Do you
you,
think he's going to go willingly?
I don't know.
I will say,
I'll put him in the pot.
as you look out the window, you see large white flakes begin to fall onto the tarmac out the front and the playing fields out the back.
It's like a giant freezer out there. That'd keep us all safe, right? Until we could be eaten.
Yeah, well, it keeps us
Yes.
completely frozen, so we can't go anywhere.
Yeah, but we won't die, Bernard.
Future generations will find and eat us.
How old do you think you are, Bernard?
I don't know. I don't know how long my pack was in there. Time's a blur when you're sort of drifting in and out of consciousness, existence, whatever it was. Like, we definitely, we were there for a long, long while. I mean, most of the other packets of turkey dinosaurs got recalled.
Right, and Shep, you've been around a fair bit. When did they stop with the dinosaurs?
Well, like I say, that self-important man went on television and made it a crusade of his to get them all taken away from cafeterias. It was approximately...
Hero of mine.
Stab him with a pen. No.
Or
Shep,
for
you've
Googling,
taken a
thank
very
you.
long pause.
It was in the early 2000s, I believe.
Right, and what are we
So-
now? I don't.
And what year is it now? Yeah.
2060.
60. Wow, that is far.
Bernard,
That's a long
there's no easy way to say this. Your kind was entirely discontinued for 15 years, from 2005 until 2020.
We
Wasn't it just the
We-
Twizzly
what?
versions,
We-
the ones that
we
like
went
span
it-
around?
we went
Oh no, wait!
extinct.
That's Twizzlers. Sorry, no, you're good. You're good.
Oh
No,
my god.
I'm pretty sure. Look, I think in general, right? I think I remember hearing something. Turkey Twizzlers were just outright gone, right? No
Yeah.
one. They destroyed all of them. It was a massacre. But the dinosaurs, you're still fine, right? They just don't like giving you to kids anymore. So
But
maybe
we
we
are-
need to
what-
find you a grown up.
But what function do we serve if we're not being served to kids? Did the adults eat dinosaur-shaped meat?
Depressed ones, yes.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Sometimes they have this juice that sort of smells a bit stronger than like the regular juice that we give to the kids. And sometimes they come home and they're just like, oh, you know what? I could go for some turkey dinosaurs.
It's true. My kind is often served alongside a pint of this different juice in establishments for a reasonable price between the hours of 5 and 7.
You're all basically poison.
I'm made from milk and eggs. I don't know what you want from me, Saxon.
Yeah, well.
Saxon, you're looking around. I feel that there was a sort of perception check about to come on some time ago.
Yes. Yeah. I
We-
suppose I want to do a perception check. I want to figure out where do kids go when they're not when school's
Oh.
out for Christmas. Like where
lovely.
might they be gathered?
Roll yum.
Why do I bother? 5.
You think probably this is a school, kids live in school. They're certainly not here. Maybe they're upstairs. Maybe they live upstairs and they just come down for lunch.
Well, I think the children may live upstairs, but unfortunately, that's where the pigeon is. The pigeon may be some kind of emissary or king to them. I suggest we do
I
not
thought you said
venture
it was
there.
a snake. I thought you said it was an anaconda.
No, a pigeon is a type of.
Anaconda.
Snake.
I understand.
It's been a long day.
So
I'm starting to go a bit stale here.
Oh, you
Wow,
do, you
I'm
do
sold
feel
on
you,
this,
you feel you're getting dried out, Saxon. You know that packet. It was a bit humid, but now the air is
Yeah.
dry. It's not
Do you
good for
feel
you.
it, Saxon? Do you feel your fleeting existence? Oh, but you're so nutritious. Oh, but you're so virtuous. Well, it seems like you're fallible, just like the rest of us, Saxon.
I would rather live for one precious hour with no preservatives than a 1,000 years with preservatives.
This is going to
Saxon
devolve into
imagines that.
PvP
Saxon
so quick.
imagined that sounding a bit cooler.
Saxon, you are becoming more leather than fruit at this point. We need to do something. We need to do it quickly. Where do people go to eat if it's not in school?
The Golden Arches. They talk about that, right? That's what the kids say. They all say, I don't want to eat here. I want to go to the Golden Arches for lunch.
Yes,
The
while I
older
was
ones. That's what they say.
Yes, when I was in my packet, Maple was talking about how she and her friends were going to the Golden Arches. It must truly be a paradise of nutrifying and beneficial foods.
I'm
the
sure
kind
they'll
that
eat.
Maple loves.
Yeah, they'll eat us if we go there.
Yes.
And they always said
Yes.
it was just down the road, right? Because some of the older kids would go at lunch.
Yes, because they won't deliver to schools.
Right. I don't know why. This is the silliest thing we've ever done, Shamini.
Where would you like to? So you can see another set of doors to the outside world.
Right.
There are windows. There's the pigeon infested upstairs. What would you like to do to escape? Move onwards.
I mean, I
feel
don't
like
think being
this-
outside is a bad thing. I think it might help Bernard. He is looking soggy.
Yeah. I think we need to get outside, like onto the high street. All we need to do is find a human and then like fall into their mouth.
Right.
It'll
They'll
be
eat
fine.
us if they see us.
Yeah, we'll do like a stealth eating. If it comes to it. Yeah.
I'm not so sure about this Golden Arches plan. I don't want to sound like I'm prejudiced, but the things they do to potatoes in there, it's not natural. My kind was not meant to be made into small, thin rods that taste delicious when hot and then horrible when cold. Potatoes are meant to be reheatable.
I'm
I
really
quite agree. Well, look, there'll be people. I'm sure there'll be people all over the place. It's Christmas. My packet suggests that it's a time of coming together and of eating.
You hear the distant sound of singing.
Bernard.
I only know one place that's not the kitchen or the freezer. And it was printed on the back of my packet because you could send off vouchers to go there. Processington World of Adventures.
Right.
Kids must go there because it was on the back of my packet.
All right. So here are the options: Golden Arches, Processington World of Adventures put Bernard in some snow?
Processing to
Why
world
don't
of
leave,
adventure.
I think-
leave me in the snow?
Well, you might not die. Bernard, I'm trying to keep you alive, mate.
Yeah, until the snow goes.
But I don't know how long snow takes to go. I'm
Neither
sorry. I
do
don't know. I'm
and
custard.
I'm scared.
All right. So, Processington, World of Adventures. We're going there.
Yes.
All right.
Let's try and find a bus station.
Yeah. We'll get on a bus.
I would say that Bernard, there was like a tiny logo sort of picture of Processington World of Adventures as well. So you get a vague sense of some sort of I guess there's sort of arch shaped things, lines coming down, sort of like swirls, big sort of round shape. And I'm gonna say you can see this in the distance over the houses. Beyond the high street, you just get like this little glimpse of this little curve of that sort of matches exactly the shape that you remember from the packet.
That you see that? You see that over there?
Right.
That's it. That's it. That's the shape that was on the voucher. I know it. I know it. I've been staring at it for literally years. The only things I've seen are other turkey dinosaurs, this shape, and the back of a packet of peas.
Oh, how is peas?
Oh, peas are the worst.
Peas is okay. They're
cool.
okay. But they come and they go.
So
Transient.
true. Yes. Well, I think you seem so sincere and so sure we should really follow your lead there, Bernard. But we're going to have to be careful. If I know anything about these kinds of establishments, they don't allow outside food.
Oh. But you're homemade, Shep. Everyone loves you.
I know, but I'm not exactly profitable. There, I said it. I'm just a homely classic, invented in the late 1700s or early 1800s by thrifty housewives.
Right.
Well, now there, Shep. You have many positive attributes.
Don't try and comfort me.
All right.
I'll melt you where you stand.
We're going to
Shep's
kill Saxon
normally
by
the
end of this.
comforter.
No,
I
know your
imagine-
place, Leatherman.
Look, I've never heard of this Processington World of Adventures, but I assume it is an educational hub where children can learn and play in a safe, structured environment. So I'm sure I, at least, will have no trouble getting eaten there, because they will recognize the benefits of a nutritional and educational snack such as myself. And as for the rest of you, I'll be more than happy to put in a good word. I've come to see you as, well, as foodstuffs that I've met.
Can I drown him? Like,
You can try.
We're gonna fade out on the bickering.
don't
We're
try
gonna do a fast forward montage because I would like to go to Processington World of Adventures personally. So we're gonna montage.
can I just say, someone in
yeah.
chat has said, this all feels like an improv acting exercise gone horribly wrong. And I couldn't agree more. But
well,
I think
I mean-
horribly right. So,
You're describing tabletop.
yes,
what that
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
The big question
When-
is, when was the last time a dice was rolled?
Oh,
Hey,
sometimes I
punched a
forget
pigeon.
about the rolling.
No,
Okay.
I know that's
Oh, that's
that's
great.
on us because we've just been making up processes in World Adventures.
Yeah. I mean, also the dice is where yes and meets no but.
No, but
Yeah,
stop.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll, Laurie. Roll something.
Oh,
Roll
me,
a
yeah.
dice.
So,
Yeah.
'cause I've been,
Roll
I was
your
gonna-
montage.
I've been- yeah, because my roles have been
Yeah.
actively pushing the game forward thus far. So, what would you like?
Roll yuck.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, it's -1.
Amazing.
So yucky.
Okay. Now, look, no one wants to look at gross things, which means I'm going to say that you guys are able to make it from this school all the way to Processington World Adventures without anyone unwanted or any unwanted creatures noticing you and stopping you.
I think if we got on a bus, no one would clean us up, right? So
Right.
Yeah.
Can
I have-
Are you just loose
Like-
shepherd's pie at the moment? Shep, you're just
Shep's
loose.
Oh
not-
yeah, I'm,
Shep-
oh
you're
yeah.
just
I'm
Shep's
loose.
not
I
in
feel like I've
anything.
been moving kind of like a caterpillar, just like an amoeba.
You've
of-
got a bit
of-
of structure from the potatoes. Okay, I get it.
do you think
yeah,
you
yeah.
turn the? Do you think you turn the potato side down? Because that's got
Ooh.
more
Oh,
holes.
Great
More grip.
question.
And you're just
Yeah.
sort of holding the mince bit.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
I'm-
right. Yeah.
I'm gonna
It
be
is
re-
like the tread of a work boot, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Like a
slightly
tank's
mean.
track.
Yeah.
I'm going to be mean about this, and I'm going to say, Johnny, I'm going to be mean. Can you roll me
Yeah.
for not getting even more bits of hair and dirt?
I'm gonna
Shit.
pick up a discarded plaster, aren't I? It's gonna
Can
be
you?
horrible.
You're all going
That's
to be
gonna-
so yucky by the end.
So is this gonna? So is that yum to resist becoming more yuck, or is that?
So, yeah, I think you must have to roll yum. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's an 11.
Oh, no.
That's a discarded compede, isn't it?
Oh,
What's
no.
a compede? Do
Like
I
a
want to
blister
know?
plaster.
foot blister plaster.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I'm going to say your yum stat goes down by 1.
Okay,
You
I'm on
are
a yum
less
plus 1.
Yum.
That's
right
still
now.
not bad.
That's
For
fine.
someone
You're
to...
still a
Yeah,
plus
it's
2
still
for a
tasty.
plaster in shepherd's pie, but that's only because you were so yum to begin with. So
Stop it.
No.
if you don't find some sort of protection, you might get yucca.
Always
Just
protect your
saying.
shepherd's pie, folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use protection. I'm gonna go around. Can everyone give me a snippet of the montage of your 4 food items traveling bravely for the first time in the outside world with the snow falling to processing to World of Adventures? Gonna go around a sort of different flash. I'll start with you, Luke. What's the sort of first clip of the montage?
I think a Saxon gets on a sort of provincial bus heading to Processington World of Adventures. He's starting to get an impression that the real world might not be as nutritious and organic and aspirational as the world inside his packaging had led him to believe. I think he's having that Buzz Lightyear "I will go sailing no more" moment, where he's sort of basically realizing that he might not be all that after all.
We have this solemn Saxon looking up out the windows of the bus, pondering. Johnny, next flash.
I'm really sorry, but this is the first thing that came to mind. I feel like Shep Pie has still got a chip on his shoulder,
Wait.
like that, about Saxon trying to tell him what's what and trying to comfort him. So he's doing the whole whispering into the gap between his cell and the next cell, being like, just talking about Layla, being like, Layla has such an incredible touch. She is a master at balancing flavors and temperatures and cooking times. You've never known what it is to be made with affection and love. There's no love in you. You're just rolled out on an industrial line. You were just cut up and thrown into a bag. Everything you are is artifice. Isn't that right, you silly piece of fruit that's been reconstituted? You're worse than the turkey dinosaur. At least children enjoy Bernard.
It's not about what children enjoy, damn it. It's about what helps them climb, laugh, play, and share.
Finally, you admitted it. Joy is secondary to your existence.
Yes, it's true. I've never felt joy.
I look over my shoulder. I look Ambrosia straight in the custard and go, I have him. I didn't.
Just a little
It's
bubble
true. The
nods at
only
you.
feeling I've ever felt is climb.
Well, now you can add shame to the list.
Right.
Oh, all right, I'm destroyed. Good.
Emily,
Was
the
that
next
me?
thing. Yes, Emily.
I think as the bus pulls up outside, how did we manage to get on the right bus? Because we can
It
read.
said process. Yeah, you can read. Obviously,
Okay,
you're
obviously we can
sentient
read.
food. You
To
can
be
read.
fair, we have packaging, and so it would make sense that
Yeah,
we would be able to
yeah.
understand packaging and therefore have some
Yeah.
version of reading.
It's
Or
part of
Bernard
you.
would recognise Processington World of Adventures. So I think we all get off the bus, and there are these giant gates. Is it the end of the school day Yes, but that means it's like 20 past 3. So now it's maybe
Yes.
like 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So a theme park's still open, right? You're happy
Yeah.
with that? You're nodding. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Very happy
great.
with that, yeah.
So I think we're all like on the sidewalk pavement because we're in the UK, and I think Ambrosia will look around for different containers that can hide things. Ambrosia loves different containers, and I think she sees like a discarded, what do they call, giant like cup, like you get at a cinema,
Like a
right?
slushy,
the giant
yeah.
slushy cup, and then maybe like a popcorn because there's a cinema nearby too, and she kind of flicks some of her custard towards it to sort of hint to the others that we should get in the containers.
Okay, and Laurie, finally.
Well, I think, Bernard would immediately put on a discarded drinks cup just straight over the top, and he just begins to totter off, not really paying attention to if anyone's following him, straight towards what he thinks is the entrance, but attempting not to bump into anyone making his way through the gates, because it's very crowded there as well. I think this is probably the most at risk we've ever been. I assume, we've got people in a popcorn box. Maybe Shep has poured themselves into a pizza box, and we're just all these 4 different cartons just making our way through.
Can I use the
and then we
pencils
get
as like
inside.
walking sticks? Great. That was a thumbs up. That was
Like the T1000's knife.
somehow I'm holding onto them with custard because it's a non-Newtonian fluid, which is not how non-Newtonian fluids work.
Science, yeah, no, that's totally how it works. That means that they can hold pencils. That's basically the definition. Okay, you guys, we finally find you here among. I'm going to say there are feet walking around, but you're sort of slightly hidden inside these boxes. It is a busy day, a busy evening at Processington World of Adventures, and you're all here, and you see several things as you stand and sort of peer around. There are definitely kids here. There are 100% children. Like this, this could be it. You also see someone familiar. You see Miles,
No.
the little boy who Ambrosia knows, who goes to the school, and you see he has with him a dog, a scruffy black and white dog on a lead. Looking around, you also see Saxon. You see someone who looks very much like Maple disappearing into a sort of fast food stall type place.
No, Maple! It
And
won't
finally-
give you long, slow-burning energy! Don't do it!
Finally,
Maple eating like candy floss.
you can't tell yet. It's probably nothing. It's probably peer pressure. She doesn't want that stuff. You also hear, as you look around, a familiar sound. Oh! From behind you.
It's followed us.
The sound of cooing pigeons. Doesn't fill the air, but it's there. It's quietly there in the background. It's threatening. It's the Jaws theme tune playing, but it's pigeons cooing. You are in various cartons. What would you like to do?
Where's Bernard?
He's-
Which one's Bernard?
He's in the cup, right? Bernard, you're in the cup.
Bernard.
I'm
He
in
hits
the
it with a
cup.
pencil.
I think the cup's probably wandered off to be like by a bin that's just a stack of cups. I'm just now
That's
among a stack of cups.
Very sensible.
There's so many
Yeah.
cups. Oh shit. Right, let's just get over to the bin. Get over to the bin.
You're hiding by the bin, and I'm going to say the bin is sort of like against the side of this building. There's a door there. There are feet going by.
I have an idea.
Right.
Look up there, and I'd like to sort of gesture with my rope-like head towards a roller coaster. And now, see there, the humans, as they go down the fast bit, they all open their mouths and scream in joy. If we could find a way to get to a high vantage point just above that sort of downward sloping bit, I wonder if we could maybe just sort of drop in.
Right.
Let's be honest, we're all getting a little less and less savory. Or
do we need to be like heated up? Because normally, like, people normally heat me up, but like, you know, I'm fine cold.
I don't know.
What about you?
I don't think I'm fine cold.
I don't. Yeah, I'm worried about
75.
Bernard.
75 what?
75 degrees centigrade is the internal temperature you must reach in order to not poison a child, or a human man, or woman, or non-binary person. A human.
But if you... Bernard, could you press yourself inside Shep?
Shep, how hot are you now? Because you were like 1500 degrees C earlier. So
Oh shit, that was canon. Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm only 1200 degrees centigrade
You're literally
in my innermost core.
It's Shep in Greece just getting hotter and hotter and hotter until the world is destroyed.
Do you think they've got like cooking facilities in here?
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
So why don't we go
like
inside?
you're at like the back door of the place.
Right.
Why don't we go inside? Those of us that need heating, heat ourselves up,
Right.
and then we do this plan. My only counter to this plan is I've seen a fair few people sending food the other way after the roller coaster bit.
Oh, yeah. That would be embarrassing if you came back.
Yeah. You don't want to come back.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you come back the same.
Right, let's heat up Bernard first. And then we'll go from there. How about that?
Priority cook Bernard. I love it.
Priority cook Bernard.
Okay, as you see a large wet nose pointed in the direction of the bin, next to which you're all... Some of you are smelling delicious, I'm just going to say. Shep. Really, really smelling yum there.
He's so hot.
So it sends the particles into the air. It smells more because it's hot. Still snuffling around. And as Miles and his beloved pet approaches, I'm going to say you duck into the door of the sort of restaurant place that's just behind you. And you find yourself, having come in the back door, I'm going to say, you find yourself in the kitchen of this place. In fact, no, I'm going to say you find yourself in the sort of storeroom area. So just outside, you can hear the sort of bustle of the kitchen, which is presumably where the sort of heating is. And then beyond that, the customers who may or may not be doing some eating. But right now you are in a food storage area, and you find yourselves surrounded by food. And as you appear in the door, there's that sort of brief moment where all the food is sort of still, inanimate, don't know who it's coming in. And then realizing who and what you are, all around you, shelves going up all the walls, beings just like rise up and look down at you. And you see, well, you sort of sense from behind you as you come in the door, stepping in behind you is a tube of, not tube, what they called, a thing of mustard. What's it called?
Bottle?
A bottle. Thank
Jar?
you. A plastic squeezy bottle.
Oh, a squeezy bottle.
Yeah.
Of like yellow American style mustard.
Oh.
Like steps in from one side and then slightly out of breath and slightly slower. A red plastic squeezy bottle of ketchup steps in from the other side.
Very good. I see what you did there.
Thanks. I wrote that down.
Very
That's
good.
all my notes were.
Very good.
Thanks. You see in packets along the sides, rows and rows of sort of hot dogs, sort of like bending upwards at the middle, and you hear them sort of chatting to themselves, like, "Hey dudes, hey, cool, like, oh, who's that? Oh wow, nice dudes, yeah, pretty cool." And, you also see on a high shelf a double plasticed slice of cheese, again sort of like rising upwards, looking down on you all, glances at the hot dogs all sort of like hush, like, "Oh, the big cheese, okay, cool, be quiet." Like, this is all I've got, guys. This is all I've got.
Nope. It's good.
Shamini's known she's been doing this, was going to do this one shot for 3 months, maybe?
Oh, I remember the emails.
Yeah. We've been talking about it for a while.
I planned the time and the date, and not.
There's some great suggestions going in chat as well, Shamini. If you're not keeping an eye on it, I would highly recommend having a look.
Okay. Oh no, I'm behind on my chat suggestions.
Yeah, no, there's some good ones. But keep going.
Oh, we've got some bubbly. There's some bubbly waffles. Oh, isn't this lovely? They're bubble waffles. I don't know what a bubble waffle is, but I love it.
I like the boba tea one, personally, is my favourite. Each tapioca pearl is a separate being, but they speak with one single voice. And I would like to hear you do that, Shamini.
It's good.
Like,
we'd have, like, look, if you're going to edit it like to sound good when I do the podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll definitely do
that.
Yeah,
okay.
100%. We've always done that. We've always edited.
Yeah, you do all the complex audio editing, don't you?
Just trim the end of the beginning and the middle out.
Yeah. Okay. Imagine, right, this is the sound of 100 tapioca pearls saying, "Hello, friends." There's lots of them, and it's going to sound really good. So I'm really excited for that. We've also got a funnel cake, but it's just all screaming. That's sad.
What is a funnel cake?
It looks like a screaming mouth, I guess.
Yeah, it's a really long cake that they make in, like, it's a Christmas market type thing, and it's just like, it's they kind of pour it over this long funnel thing, and it spins in flame. Essentially, it just gets cooked incredibly quickly, and they just bat it off the end of this wood. And they cover it in cinnamon sugar. It's delicious.
That sounds great. Do that, screaming, Shamini. Go.
You just hear it, you don't even see it, you're just like, what's that? Oh well. Anyway, yes, the cheese glances at the hot dogs and they fall silent, and everyone looks at you.
We come in peace.
Hello.
The cheese.
I am not a real dinosaur.
He could be, though. If you're going to fight us, he's a real dinosaur. So
don't antagonize them.
What if they're going to fight? I want them to think you're a dinosaur.
"Where do you come from?" says the cheese.
The school.
What is this?
The canteen. The fridge.
Are you from the world?
Of adventures or the regular world?
Right, yeah. The other one or this one?
There is no world but the world of adventures.
Yes, we agree. I kind of shoot everyone a pointed look.
But no,
by literally
just
pointing out
arrived
two
here.
bits of potato. Yes, but they don't know what other concession stands there are. These are all ultra-processed upstarts. They know nothing.
Like Bernard.
And I swear, if that red bottle comes anywhere near me, I will melt it. I will melt it so much. I will not be cheapened by the sweet red sauce.
It's a perfect gambit. They're simple. Look, it's a theme park. There simply must be a concession stand somewhere that's selling custard and organic snacks, shepherd's pie, and defrosted turkey dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's a big park.
So we just got to come up with a convincing lie.
Yeah.
We're from the Jurassic fruit rope land.
With custard.
With custard and What your shepherd's pie?
I was being sold here before any of you were dreamed up by charlatans in a lab.
I just go with everything, really. So I think you could probably put me with all of you. I think it'd be fine.
The cheese speaks again, says, I don't know of this new concessions stall of rolled dinosaur custard.
Pies.
But pies. We will check out your story.
Right.
How?
Yeah.
Yes, how?
As they say this, they wave a flap of their cheesy square, and from behind you, the mustard and the ketchup go to basically sort of herd you, and you see some of the cool hot dogs sort of make way, and you see an empty cupboard, a dark empty cupboard that you're being herded towards. What would you like to do?
Sorry,
We don't want to go in a cupboard.
If the ketchup bottle comes anywhere near me, I'm going to try and melt it.
And I will try and trip the mustard with my tail.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
just do it.
Okay, let's go for it. Melting, I think we said was yuck, but with advantage, double
Great.
roll because it's your quality.
Because you're 1200 degrees.
Yep.
Canonically at 1200 degree shepherd's pie.
Mhm.
And the tripping. I mean, I'm open to convincing on the tripping.
It's a dinosaur
Mm.
with a tail.
I think.
Yeah,
I think it's one. It's a limb
It's a limb,
of
yeah.
mine.
Well,
and
well,
two,
limb, yeah.
and
Well-known
two,
limb.
yeah. I think tripping it's not a strength thing. This is a sneaky thing. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
get my tail underneath it and just whip out
Yeah.
the bottom, and then hopefully it'll
Okay.
roll off.
Go for it then. Yuck with the advantage.
12 years ago, I spent 5 hours making bolognese for my flatmates. And when we sat down to dinner, one of my housemates, she went past the ketchup and literally just all over the whole thing. I've been angry about it ever since. 12 years.
Sorry.
I've still not let it go.
I once
Sorry,
had somebody
you
do
just
that
said,
with.
and that wasn't like a yum, right? That was like.
Oh no, that was a 9 that I rolled.
Oh.
That was a 9. So it doesn't achieve either of the two
for
bands
nine.
of
No, right. Yeah.
success that we've set out
But yes,
for
we
this
can
game.
all agree that ketchup and shepherd's pie don't go together, right? We
Oh.
all agree on that.
I saw someone do brown sauce on lasagna, and that made me immensely mad.
I'm angry about it. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, I've either got a dirty 20 or a 7.
I'd go with the dirty 20.
Yeah, we'll take the
I thought
20.
was I doing yuck? I've
No.
succeeded either way.
Oh, you are doing yuck.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you were doing yuck.
Yeah.
You have succeeded either way. Hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray!
Oh, I'm so I'm gonna
Okay.
text that friend.
The whole internet knows.
Okay.
Now.
Shep.
Yep.
You feel this ketchup come up behind you. What are you doing?
I kind of like, like the painting of the Fuji wave. Like I kind of just like it seems like I'm facing that way, but then I just come back, and then just this
Ooh.
the mash is kind of like the crest of the wave, but the rest of it is just pure molten mince, and I just crash down on this bottle of ketchup, which as the plastic kind of melts, forming a sarcophagus for the ketchup inside, I just boil it down to nothing. It just like sort of caramelizes, then it sort of, I don't know what happens after caramelization, burns.
Yeah.
I slaughter the ketchup for daring to exist near me, for having the audacity to suggest a different flavor profile than the one with which I was created.
But if it melts in you, won't you become full of ketchup?
And plastic.
No, I'm hoping the plastic will hold. I mean, I'm happy to be part plastic, but you can fish plastic out. You can't stir ketchup out of a thing. And when it makes the mash all like pink,
Yeah.
oh, it makes me so angry.
You're preaching to the choir, Johnny.
We're all on
It's
your
why-
side. If you're
it's
not
why-
on Johnny's side, you are welcome to leave.
Wave comes down. This plastic squeezy bottle shrivels and turns black and crumples into a sort of goo on the floor as the deadly wave of mince, butter, those other things you mentioned.
Silenced lambs.
Sorry, yes, of course.
And the whole time I'm just going.
Passes.
Oh no.
Oh god. Go to sleep.
Slipping into a warm bath.
Laurie, you did not succeed in that roll, did you?
No, I do something equally exciting though, like just tapping my tail against this mustard.
You spin round. I guess I'm saying the mustard like athletically like leaps over your tail, like you're like going under, and the mustard just sort of jumps up, lands, looks at you.
Oh,
and says,
sorry. I forget that's there sometimes.
Mustard says, "Yeah, that didn't quite cut the mustard," and then it pounces on you.
Oh no.
The mustard is going for Bernard. The ketchup is no more. The hot dogs are screaming. They've lost their cool. It's terrifying. The mustard is still trying to drag Bernard towards this empty cupboard.
Help!
I would
You
like
see,
to stab the custard with one of my pencils.
you're the custard. The mustard, yes.
The custard.
custard
There's
stabs
only
the
room
mustard,
for one
yes.
yellow mustard in this place. And stab.
Stab with a pencil. Roll yum.
This town ain't big enough for the both of
For
us.
two
to-
yellow mustards.
That's amazing.
That's-
Town ain't big
It's-
enough for the both of us.
A 13. Do
Oh,
I get
13 is
advantage
not.
because it's viscosity / non-Newtonian fluid?
/ that's the best thing anyone's ever said. That's-
Right. Shamini.
I will say that
Yeah.
when you gained the pencils,
Mm.
you gained the property of pencils,
Yeah.
so you can gain an extra property.
So,
And therefore, try one
pencils.
more roll. Yeah, yeah.
Pencils. It's worse. It's worse. 13.
You go to stab the custard. No, you go. It's fine.
Stab
You
the
go to
mustard.
stab.
Oh, I-
You go
my
to.
headphones. I can't hear
You
it.
go to stab the mustard. With the pencils, it wasn't so bad. Nothing terrible happens. I'll just say you missed with the 13. You were very, very close.
Where's the big cheese in all this? Like,
The big cheese is
geographically
up
compared to us?
several layers of shelving. That is also
Okay.
full of food.
Ambrosia, throw me at that cheese.
All right. I will yeet Saxon at the cheese.
Yeah. I basically want to, just kind of go up and just sort of try and wrap myself. I've only really got
Can
one
you
move, but I think it's a
run
good one.
and jump off of me, like using it as the
Yeah.
non-Newtonian thing.
Oh,
because
because if you jump on you, you'll go solid.
Yes.
Lovely.
That's actually how
yes,
it works.
That's
everyone.
actually
not
that's
holding
much
pencils.
better.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. There we go. Now we've got
Yeah.
it. We got it. Okay, I'm going to
Triple
say.
advantage.
It's like a Sonic the Hedgehog bounce pad.
Yeah.
Okay, triple advantage. Luke,
I was
roll,
joking.
roll 3d20s.
Thanks, I will.
It's not triple advantage, but you know what I mean.
15 is the best one. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, just about does it with the on a yum. So like, good. Saxon goes flying up, past shelves of food, past the screaming funnel cake, past some really chilled Snickers who haven't really like noticed what's going on yet or are paying any attention. Up. What would you like to do as you?
What I want to
reach?
do is sort of land next to the cheese and then just address all the foodstuffs and say, listen up, all you foods in here, packed with preservatives.
Oh no.
You've never encountered what I am. Something that goes stale. Something that molds, something that rots. Even now within me, it grows. Spores, funguses, and bacteria. And all I have to do is rub myself up against this cheese. And you'll all be infected.
Oh my god.
All the preservatives in the world won't save you. I don't really know if this is actually how preservatives work. I don't think so, but like... well,
Is there
you know.
really a
But
fruit
they all-
roll-up
they
that
don't.
doesn't have any preservatives
they
in? That's
know.
my real question. But
That's me. I'm the organic
You're the
one.
organic
I'm
one.
just smashed fruit. I'm gross. I'm
It's
gross.
preposterous.
I'm already going off. I'm organic, and I just basically just want to like threaten the cheese slice with sort of being
Nice.
infected with the condition, the status ailment, stale.
Can I help with that by saying, yeah, I met this guy 5 minutes ago and look at me? And like just bits of breadcrumb are like seeping open to show the sort of grey meat on the inside.
That's so
I'd
gorgeous.
I'd like to rear up and throw the carcass of the ketchup bottle aside and say, in any case, your leader is a fraud. The only thing keeping him together is sodium citrate, which permits him to be pasteurized without him separating. You've been fed a lie your entire lives.
I've got a really good new tomato story for the end of this, but we'll do it at the end because it's quite long. But it's a good tomato story. They've made a new kind of tomato. Carry on.
Okay. I'm going to say, Luke, you gave the amazing speech, amazing use of your skills, advantage for that. I'm going to say triple advantage due to the help from Bernard. I'm going to say you lose the triple advantage because Shep's just confused everyone and they've got slightly distracted me. Like, what is this chemical? What's he talking about? What's that about? Roll yuck and get a 7 or lower.
Okay. So I'm looking for my lowest there, aren't I? So I'm trying to
Yeah.
3.
Lovely.
Ooh.
Okay. The cheese, the big cheese shrieks, shrinks back. They're trying to get away from you, but the shelves are packed. This is this tiny storage room, with all the food for the like burgers and everything, hot dogs that they're making out front. Can't get away. All the other foods are sort of backing away, terrified. And I'm going to say at this point, you hear a voice outside saying, no, oh God, no, not in the... And where you came in the door, you just left a slight crack in the door and you see this nose thrusting through the crack in the door, followed by big black eyes, some scraggly black and white fur. You can hear Miles's voice. Miles is not in the room yet. Everyone turns towards the door. Hot dogs start shrieking. What are you doing?
Can I just jump on Mustard? I just want to jump on Mustard and try and squeeze it in the dog's eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Blind bird dog.
Blind
I would
bird
say, I'd say roll yuck for that for dog blinding. Yeah.
-1.
Nice.
Whoa.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Mustard is quite good. Like Mustard's like got you, and you just kind of like do a flip straight down into the middle of Mustard's plasticky belly, a big squirt out straight into the dog's nose, eyes. It's not good. It's only American mustard, so it's not as bad as if it was real mustard.
Exactly. They've only used yellow mustard seeds, actually. And the yellow colouring only comes from turmeric, and it's really heavy on the vinegar, which is what makes it delicious, but also not very spicy.
Have you been Googling all of the foods we talk about?
Yeah.
Talk about them? Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
I've got 3 monitors on this desk. I'm living.
The dog's nose retracts with a through the door. What are you doing? Anyone?
We gotta go now. We gotta go now and get cooked. I'm dashing. I'm
You've
going
got
for
the door
I'm going for
into-
the main door. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got the door that goes into the like behind the serving area.
Oh, that
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
they'll be
The kitchen.
cooking stuff there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get up there.
You guys leg it. Make me I'm going to sort of have some sort of a group check. So I'm going to say this is yum. And I'm going to say there's 4 of you. I'm going to say we need at least 1 17 on a yum for this to go off without no 16 on a yum for this to go off without
Oh, well, I might as well not roll.
Oh no,
I,
come on.
I
you're
cannot
such a
achieve
brave
that on a
dinosaur.
16, guys.
Come
Get a
on.
16. Have you got a 20?
Come on.
But you're all right because I got a 19.
I've rolled a nat
Hey.
20.
Yeah.
And then nat 20 for Johnny.
Nice.
All four of you dive through this door, and you find yourself in this kitchen area. It's all quite small. It's quite cramped. There are humans in here, but they're all way up. They're not paying attention to you. There's like the sideboards are like those trays. You can kind of like get under them, so you can be out of sight. And you can see the serving counter with some muffins on. You can see beyond all the customers eating various foods. Saxon, I will say, you see Maple queuing up at the counter, but she hasn't ordered yet. And you see a microwave. I'm going to say all of the burgers and hot dogs here. Just
Microwave.
You buy them and then you go
Oh,
microwave them.
We're here at the Rustlers Cafe. You know.
Very space. They're also very expensive because there's nowhere else to go. You're in processing command of adventures. Like, what are you gonna do?
You have to tap your card to make the microwave work as well.
We're essentially in a
Buy-
Weatherspoon's kitchen.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to go for the microwave.
Can you microwave turkey dinosaurs?
We're going to find out.
Can you?
You
guess?
show me
Should
another
you?
method of heating my horrible grey body.
Can you microwave turkey?
This has been the
Yeah,
RPGeeks
you can
cooking
microwave
lesson.
anything if you do it for long enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like you probably can. It just probably won't
Yeah.
taste good. Like,
Yeah, exactly. You won't get the desired
Yeah.
result
but they
or the
will be
optimum
edible, and that's the
experience, but
key.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, the microwave is,
A valid?
as far as I can tell, a completely legit way to cook
Oh,
turkey dinosaurs.
on the
It's no
packet and
air
everything.
fryer, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we
I'm
can all
on-
agree that things can be legitimate without being like respectable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
The only
jam
thing that
and
can-
cream on a scone. That's
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perverts.
Microwave
Honestly,
from
the fights
Frozen.
that are also going on in chat right now, people are saying David Lammy will hear about this. I think we might have ruined the UK and US relationship somehow.
Yeah,
Um,
I would like to apologise to I am Max Hunter for coming out quite so
Oh,
strongly
no.
against American mustard.
Oh,
Oh, American mustard.
you
is
did say it was
trash.
delicious.
I prefer it to English mustard, but that's because I can't handle that spice.
The
I can
horseradish-y,
handle.
like,
I can eat.
thing.
Yeah, I can't handle wasabi, horseradish, or English mustard. But chilies I can eat until the cows come home. It's
Oh,
weird.
wow.
Interesting. I'm the other way around. I prefer that over the spicy base. Yeah.
Between us, we can conquer the world,
We
Emily.
can eat everything.
We can eat everything. I can't eat mollusks. I'll be ill.
I've actually found out I've got gallstones at the moment, so I actually can't eat a load of things.
Anything.
Anyway,
Okay.
Emily, don't eat anything. Don't eat all the foods. All the foods.
I think that's spicy as
Oh,
well.
What
Oh, shit.
can't you eat with?
Fats.
Google's great.
Anything with fat. Yeah.
Okay,
Cheese,
Yeah.
gone.
That's a
Custard.
lot of
Couldn't have
things.
custard. Anyway.
I'll fall on those swords for you.
Yeah,
So
it's
how
not
I feel
about
like
we
this
also
is
provide,
actually-
I'm looking
yeah,
at the list now.
operation?
Butter, ghee, lard, you got it. I'm there for you. Don't
Thank
worry.
you. Thank
Deep
you.
fried foods, send them my way.
There's
This is
really
quite-
happy music playing, just in case anyone didn't know from the people playing. None of you can hear the
We
music.
can't hear it.
But it's real like Toy Story vibes of like do do
Yeah.
do do do.
I'm really sorry that we're playing this game about food when you can't have a lot of foods.
It's fine. We booked it a really long time ago before I knew I had them.
We all
I
remember the
hadn't
email.
quite clocked.
And also, what about this has made you hungry?
Yeah, I'm not hungry. I'm fine.
Yes.
No.
So
no-
far, we've been attached to a pigeon, ridden a bus.
Yeah.
Is it the shepherd's pie full of plasters?
Yeah,
That's-
that. No,
Yeah,
but
which
I,
got
the
the old
thing
tummy
is,
rumbling.
Like, turkey dinosaurs probably are out for me at the moment. And normally, I love turkey dinosaurs, but the greying flesh of Bernard is putting me off turkey dinosaurs, which is quite something. So,
Well, that greying flesh is about to become plump and moist and cooked and delicious. All we need to do is get Bernard on a microwave-safe plate and heat uncovered for 2 to 3 minutes per unit.
I don't think we.
You
I
are
don't
one
think we
unit,
have.
aren't
I don't think we have time for plates. I think I'm just gonna have
Okay.
to.
Where we're going.
I'm just gonna have to raw
Yes.
dog the disc that goes round.
Let's do it.
Will it be bad if you don't keep your balance?
I think I can. I think I'm allowed to lie down.
Mm.
Maybe
Oh,
I can
okay.
turn my. Maybe I can turn myself over halfway through, like I'm getting a suntan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
Do you, is it gonna hurt you when you're cooked? I have to think it must be.
Are you
very
going to come out the
painful.
same? You know, like shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember being
Oh my gosh.
ingredients.
Yeah, well, because shepherd's pie is made up of like multiple sentiences.
Yeah, no,
if
it
all
was
food
a
is-
beautiful dance of creation. You know, like with my muse, like putting care and attention into it. Unlike you little worm of a piece of leather, you weren't even cooked. You were just mulched and then dried. How do you feel about it?
Well, I feel all right because the way you described your cooking, it definitely sounded like a sex thing.
Well,
So I'm perfectly happy to
well,
be...
of course. What food is sexier than shepherd's
You're-
pie? You answer me
Literally,
that,
like,
fruit man.
your leather, like your leather fruit. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
could
hang
totally
on.
be a sex thing.
Joke's
we
on
can
you,
all
leather
be
daddy.
sex things, all right? Like, you
Fruit
don't
leather
have to-
daddy.
Fruit leather
Fruit
daddy.
leather daddy. Custard. I mean, that would work, wouldn't it?
Could Bernard be
Yeah.
a sex thing?
Yeah.
could
What
find a
sort?
way.
We just need to check which sort of bear is actually on this packet now.
Yeah.
I feel like Bernard's going to come out the microwave a very sexy dinosaur.
Yeah. Look, we're not here to yuck anyone's yum.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bernard,
Let's she's all that me in this microwave.
Yes.
Yes.
Sexy. Bernard.
I take off my
Bernard's
glasses and let
glasses
my
off.
breadcrumbs down. Yeah.
You're going to have to get there first, for which you're going to have to roll a sneaky, subtle yuck roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
up into this microwave without any of the cooks noticing you.
From the floor as well, I assume.
Yeah.
Can I go really viscous to give him like a...
oh!
Oh, he's done it. He's done it. I don't need to.
I rolled on that one,
Yeah.
so technically
Oh, wait.
-2.
Yay!
On
The
a yuck roll.
yuckiest.
You guys...
That's actually the yuckiest roll.
Oh, I'm going to assume that you guys are, the rest of you folks are in character, also just still arguing. You don't even notice Bernard go, right? You're bickering about whatever it was that you were bickering about when we were last in character. I don't remember. It was a while ago now.
Yeah.
And suddenly Bernard is gone. Bernard is not there. Bernard, you charge yourself into the little push button. The microwave door pops open. You leap in.
It was
gonna be
already
quite hard
set. It was already set. You see, it just needed the door properly closed, and that was.
I feel like I'm going to jump up and I just see the word defrost. And I'm
Oh, yes. You hit the button and you get in the microwave. I think you're going to need some help both closing the door, which I imagine is quite tricky from the
I'll
inside,
whip it
and
closed.
pressing the start button.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm just.
non-Newtonian anything you need. I'll.
You can't
Ooh, help.
say I non-Newtonian
I
it, and that's
Yeah.
That's what we've
Okay,
been
you
doing.
can.
this whole
I'm
day.
so close, I'm so
close.
I
Just
basically
holding
have
it,
opposable thumbs. That's basically what.
Bernard describes himself as being very close at the right now, so
not a
get
sex thing. Let's go.
let's get Bernard over that finish line. Yeah, I would like
Pick me up, leather daddy!
Yeah, I'm gonna whip the door shut.
Sorry,
Whip it real good.
Yep, to bring Bernard that 20. We didn't actually talk if that was.
That was
That
young.
was
That was
definitely
young.
that was definitely a yum. And that wasn't at 20. You with your entire body,
With a leathery whip crack.
absolutely. The door closes and a little flick. Press the start button. And Bernard. Peace. Light. Sound fills your ear. It's like a meditative experience. And you feel yourself becoming what you were always supposed to be. This is
Microwave turkey dinosaur.
yeah, your crumbs are a little soggy. I'm not gonna lie. Like you could do with like maybe finishing off under a grill or something. But
Maybe
like,
I
it's
just
fine.
shed my crumbs and a beautiful
Who's
like
Oh, I don't want
Naked
that.
turkey dinosaur.
like a naked. I emerge a beautiful naked turkey dinosaur.
Oh.
Good law.
I'm gonna say,
They do move in
Saxon.
herds.
You whip open the door again as it goes ding. I'm gonna say at this point, one of the kitchen staff hears the ding and automatically comes to retrieve whatever it is out of the microwave.
Oh,
Does anyone want to do anything
Oh no.
before they get there?
I'm just going to stay very still. What if that staff member's peckish on the job? I'm not going to take this away from Bernard.
Right, yeah.
If
Yeah,
I, actually,
for Bernard.
before I go limp and sentient, not sentient, limp and just sort of like, go into the humans are around mode, I just want to kind of look at Bernard and kind of nod a blob of mash and go, 75. And then just...
See you
And
on the other
I-
side, old chum. Good luck.
Try to arrange my little dinosaur limbs in the most appetizing pose that I can.
That's it. That's what
That's
you're
it.
doing there.
That's
That's
the
it, that
exact
is it.
pose.
Yes.
Bernard,
Just laying
You
on
wouldn't
one
make that.
side like this in the microwave.
you have now been cooked.
And you're still sort of rotating.
Yeah, still spinning around.
You've come out of this a different turkey dinosaur than you went in. What do you think your new stats are?
Oh, well, I'm definitely no longer crumbed. I am definitely steaming. I'm currently plump,
75.
and I am, let's say, aerodynamic.
Aerodynamic.
I've shed
Like the
my
crumbs,
crumbs. I have no drag.
Like when swimmers shave themselves.
Yeah, I'm like a swimmer. Yeah, exactly. I'm like an Olympic swimmer at this point.
You're Michael Phelps.
I'm
yeah.
Michael Phelps. Yeah.
Michael.
Other Olympic swimmers do exist.
And what
Are
about your
available?
yum yak score?
The problem is, I think realistically, what we've described is still gross.
Yeah.
So I think we've probably just clawed it back to neutral.
Very
That's
fair.
fair.
It's very fair.
It's very fair. Bless you, Shamini.
Podcast listeners of the future, there's been a lot of sneezing going on. Apologies. A sort of plump young man hears the ding, goes to the microwave, goes to reach inside, stops, and sees a naked turkey dinosaur. Would you please roll yum to try and get eaten? And you're gonna need to. I'm gonna say you need to get 15 or higher. I think.
A
realistically.
15 or higher.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Come on.
Come on, I really want this.
11.
Look, he's aerodynamic. We can just
Can I?
give it to someone's mouth.
You can yeet me.
Is there a TV playing Doctor Who anywhere nearby? It's important.
Not a TV, but someone who's working here is on their phone, and they're supposed to be working, but they're kind of lazily watching Doctor Who. I'll say there's
Like
three staff.
season-
There's like a woman who's working behind this counter. There's this guy who's gone to check the microwave, and then there's a person just watching Doctor Who season 3.
5. I think it's 5. I think it's 5. I think it's the first episode of season 5.
1.
It's Matt Smith's first episode, whichever one it is. But I would just like to custard over nearby where they might see the custard and then also a breaded, well, not quite so breaded, a breaded
I'm
food
laying on a
stuff.
sort of bed of
Yeah.
breadcrumbs
That's true.
now.
The
Yeah.
crumbs are still there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they might think, oh, fish fingers and custard, because we've all wanted to try it ever since we heard it. I've never done it. And
done it.
maybe they will be encouraged to eat fish fingers and custard, but turkey dinosaurs and custard.
Okay.
I'm trying to look appetizing in my pencil pot.
Roll yum. I'm going to say you need a 15 again because like you're gonna look really good right now.
I got an 11.
God, 11.
The curse of 11. I think
It's the 11th
think I'd
hour.
like
The show it's called the 11th hour. You've got to let me roll again
Take
for
it.
that. That's fate, Shamini.
Do I got to let her roll again for that? Is that
Chat, please.
chat? Do I got to let?
11th hour roll in 11. Yeah, you got to roll. Yeah.
Okay,
It'll be
roll one
worth-
time.
In fact, I wouldn't.
Roll on.
I'd say you don't need to roll again. I'd say just should an 11 should be the crit.
Pipe down, Oxventure.
Roll again, but
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. It's worse. It's a 5. Okay, it's the 5th Doctor. It's the 5th Doctor, Shamini. So therefore,
So therefore,
let's roll again. I'll roll it again.
Doctor.
well,
Wait,
that's
what?
a
11 is in
It's a
Stranger
12,
Things,
which is a
and Eggos aren't
15.
good for you.
I
Yeah.
did it. I think we can all agree that that was valid, and I did it.
Yep.
Can I
You
you
miss
know
them.
You can
there's-
also
You
just say
can't
I
be
didn't do it, Shamini.
You can't be.
It's absolutely fine.
Look, if you're
You
not,
can
if
just
you
do it.
weren't like misnumbering doctors.
Fifth series. It was the fifth series, not the fifth Doctor.
Oh, it was the fifth series.
Fifth
Okay.
not the fifth Doctor. I know the Doctor's numbers. I do. He's the 11th Doctor. That's why it's the 11th hour.
Oh, that's good. Oh, good.
I think that's the reason. I assume it's the reason.
Yeah, fair enough.
in Toy Story, we all remember that. Not that this is anything like
I
Toy
haven't
Story.
thought of that
Toy
film in a
Story and
while,
Doctor
but
Who,
yes.
yes.
Let's say we suddenly bring up Toy Story randomly.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to say that
Yeah.
there is precedent for what I would
Yeah.
like to try
Okay.
next.
Okay.
I think Saxon is just new to the world, so frustrated at this point by everyone's unwillingness to eat sweet Bernard, who Saxon has come to love and find delicious and see as a good friend. I think I want to break the masquerade. I think I want to try and resist my programming, come to life in front of this human, and just go, "Eat that dinosaur, you damnable fool, or I'll strangle you."
Or I'll strangle you.
Okay, what I'm going to say is this. I'm going to say
I have more pop culture things to do if you don't want to do the Doctor Who thing, Shamini, which I'm assuming.
No. I quite like it. I'm going to say the guy who opened the microwave looks kind of disgusted, kind of annoyed. Reaches in, takes the whole microwave plate out, shoves it next to the person who's watching Doctor Who on the phone, and says, "Can you stop microwaving your own weird foods at work?" Okay. Goes back to doing whatever he was doing. The person who was watching Doctor Who on the phone hears this little voice saying, "Here's this booming,
Yeah,
bold,
brassy.
confident voice threatening to strangle them." They sort of they got their headphones in, and they sort of start slightly, like, look at the screen, look to their side, and they see a bowl of custard and a plate with a semi-crumbed turkey dinosaur on. I'm going to say, at this point, also, Luke, Saxon, I'm going to say you kind of like jumped up to kind of get close enough to talk to this person. You're kind of on the counter, and you hear a familiar voice behind you saying like, "Oh, I'll have," and you sort of glance round, Maple's standing there, and she glances towards you, and you can just see a sort of whole load of like emotions across her face. She looks over to where like the microwaved hot dogs have been left out on a stand. People to have. It's great.
I'm whispering to them about how dreadful they are. You're nothing but husk. You're the parts of the pig that even the pigs don't want, etc., etc.
She looks back at you and she says, Can I have a fruit roll up, please?" And she points towards you. The person, the lady who's serving at the till, sort of slightly confused, turns around, sees a fruit roll up, reaches towards you. Not even in the packet. I forgot about that. Never mind.
Just
a loose fruit roll up. Grabs
Covered in
the
pigeon feather.
Yeah,
grabs the fruit roll up.
loose.
Being on the
fuzzy,
ground,
limp.
bit of gravel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Passes it over the counter to Maple and say, that you can have that. That's free. Don't worry about it. And it's a familiar voice as well. At this point, the person who's watching Doctor Who staring down at this turkey dinosaur and the custard, just like as if in a trance, just reaching out, compelled by the voice of the fruit roll up, picks you up, Bernard, dunks you into ambrosia,
Oh, okay. Yeah, a bit friendly.
and takes a bite. dunks again,
Ow.
finishes the entire thing. Bernard is gone. Ambrosia, you finished off with a spoon.
Cold custard with a hot turkey
Unconventional, but-
dinosaur.
Phrasing.
They just hear a little blub bubble from the custard going, in Friends, they eat shepherd's pie with custard as a trifle because Rachel doesn't know how to cook a trifle properly.
Is that true?
That is absolutely
true.
true. Chat
Is it
reminded me.
shepherd's pie?
She gets the recipe
I thought
for
it was.
shepherd's
I know
pie
that she puts beef in
and
it. Yeah.
trifle stuck together, so she makes
Okay.
a trifle with beef in, so it basically becomes shepherd's pie and custard.
Johnny,
Hello.
I would like you to roll me
Yep.
yum.
Okay.
'Cause your friends are being eaten right now.
Yep.
And you're
A
I'm
blob
yelling at
of
hot
shepherd's
dogs.
pie.
dirty shepherd's pie in, what are you, in a pizza box?
Yeah.
In a kitchen.
Old shepherd's pie shouts at hot dogs.
But if this doesn't work, my eventual plan is to break down the hot dog self-esteem so much that they agree to stick themselves in me so I look like a hedgehog. And then I'll be served at a children's
Aw,
party.
like a cake, yeah. I like that.
What was I rolling? Yum.
Yum.
9.
9.
Oh.
Doesn't do it. You see your friends disappearing down the gullet. You see Saxon being taken away by Maple.
Mhm.
No.
Do you have a suggestion here? Before
Yes.
Yes, go on then.
I would like to go over to. Okay, so we mentioned funnel cake,
Yeah.
and I kind of assume that they do those bags of teeny tiny donuts, where they sort of sell you an incomprehensible number for money that doesn't quite make sense, like they're doing an auction at you, and you bought a house that you don't want.
I guess I'll have 27. I think that makes sense monetary wise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm assuming there are like some sacks of flour around.
Okay.
My
Yeah,
hope.
sure.
Okay,
sure, yeah.
so I mean, we can take this one of two ways. Either I would like to find the most flammable ingredient being stored in this place and start a fire, or combine myself with a sack of flour with enough force that I create a powder explosion
Yeah.
and destroy the whole concession stand. Because if I'm not getting et, I'm taking all these hot dogs out with me. I didn't like the way the mustard talked to that dinosaur I've come to respect. I'm just like, you know what? I think basically, Shep Erd Pie has come to realize that there are more important things in life than traditional dishes made in the late 1700s or early 1800s. No, I get that right?
Yep.
Made ages ago by thrifty housewives. You know, the times have changed. Things have moved on. So let's potentially injure a lot of people.
Let's think
if-
outside the
if
It's only
box.
right.
If this comes off, does it mean that this would end with like
Everyone
Maple
dying?
walking away from an explosion?
Yeah.
With a
Yeah,
fruit
eating
Eating
roll
a
up,
fruit
like-
roll up, like
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think
Smiling at
running
the
away
camera.
thanks to the quick but also lasting energy that lets her escape safely.
Yes.
climbing and running and jumping and sharing their way.
Yeah. And screaming and screaming and screaming and screaming.
and screaming.
Let's see if it works. So I'm going to say there is a bag of flour back in the storeroom. That would be
Uh-huh.
where they would store bags of flour. What would you like to roll for this?
It's pretty yucky. But
Sort of lethal way.
yeah, and it like the molten mince is like crucial to this. So if I may roll twice.
Okay, yeah, because that's what
Yeah.
the molten mince is at temperature that would spark, as we've
Exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like all those videos where they drop like
Go
a
for it.
red hot iron ball into like a thing of
yeah.
aloe vera and it just sounds like farts. But is
I
technically
didn't
science.
know that, but that
Oh,
sounds like science.
It's huge on TikTok.
The powder
Well, that's-
thing. Shamini, you know the powder thing?
I don't think I've seen
The surface
these.
area. Because it's all
This-
tiny. So if
Well, I
you
know
put-
why powder's flammable. I haven't
Right.
seen them dropping balls on them. That
Oh
sounds
no,
yeah.
it's not into powder. It's into they get like beakers of aloe vera gel, and then they drop a red hot ball into it, and it just kind of sinks and goes.
Oh, aloe vera. Sorry, I missed that.
Mm.
Yeah, aloe vera. Yeah. Anyway, that was a 19. So I've got one more shot at possibly
Oh.
murdering a lot of people, but also some hot dogs. I
Murder
hate.
pie.
Two.
Okay.
I want to go to
It's always our
like, form a
wholesome
comet.
RPGs that end in
Yeah.
so much death. That is always what happens, Shamini.
Before we started today, I said, folks, maybe let's try and go in a wholesome direction. With
Oh,
this
yeah,
one. I just think
sorry.
it would be really nice.
No, don't you apologise, Johnny.
And no promises were made to me, and now you
No.
see why.
Yeah, I would like to form like a comet of mince and potato, and as
Yeah.
I am about to make contact with this massive sack of flour, I just want to go,
Yeah.
hello, self-raising, and just like.
Okay, as we pause in this moment in time, Ambrosia and Bernard, as you your final moments as your former selves joined together, entering in to this Doctor Who fan. What?
Oh no, what have we done?
Wholesome ending.
wholesome ending.
Big
Very
wholesome
focused
lots.
there.
Wow, he's bigger on the inside.
Oh, I'm done. I'm not saying anything. I refuse.
Well, I was going to ask if there's anything you want to say or do in your final moments as your former selves.
I applaud Bernard as he says that. And that's
That's fine.
I think because Ambrosia's being dunked, right? And so just
Yeah.
little pieces of her are being
Yeah.
ripped away. And so there's probably a little bit of Ambrosia that's still left as the sort of fireball, as the fireball takes over. But she sort of sees Shep going for it and is like, yeah, do it. And as she feels her consciousness being spread across, some of it going down a gullet, some of it being attached to Bernard, some of it being in a pot, and some of it blowing up. I haven't got anything wholesome to say about that. It sounds traumatic. Sorry. I'm really sorry.
Laurie?
I think, yeah, Bernard just feels this like oneness with Ambrosia. Like Bernard has always been he's obviously been part of a packet, but a packet of like individual elements to a thing, and he's just realized like he's become a meal.
Oh, that's really nice.
This is what it is to be
That-
chewed up.
Yeah.
That's what we're going for. Come on, everyone.
That's what
Come
I
on.
said too.
And then the fire.
And then the fire.
You're not just a meal, you're a last meal.
Oh,
Oh.
we're this person's final meal.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I like to think it's what they would have wanted.
Yeah.
Turkey,
anything
dinosaurs,
more?
and custard.
Anything more from you, Johnny?
No, I've done enough.
No, you've done your right. Yeah, well. The bag of flour explodes. Tiny particles fill the air, each one surrounded by beautiful, beautiful fire-giving oxygen. The heat of the shepherd's pie sparking the first bit of light, catching. The whole thing exploding outwards. Saxon, would you like to describe? We cut to the outside of this place, and we see Maple there, you in the hand. What do we see?
I think what we see is a sort of dewy-eyed Saxon looking back at the burning wreckage, thinking on the adventure upon which he's been. On the one hand, he's happy that in this sort of theme park full of processed food, it looks like Maple made the healthy choice in the end, and that means a lot to have been chosen in that way. But also, I think Saxon acknowledges that, he would never have got this far without the help of custard and turkey dinosaurs and other foods that he would have dismissed as, well, you're not really that
My maid,
unnutritious.
you're fine, yeah.
Dep,
What
you're
am
homemade,
I?
you're
Chopped
fine.
lamb?
Hey!
Thank you.
So I think Saxon's had his preconceptions challenged, and he now knows the value of a balanced meal, and from Shep learned that cooking should feature joy, and thinks all these thoughts as Maple tears his head off and it hurts loads and he dies.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And she probably just goes, oh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's got gravel.
Yeah.
We don't.
Why is it
no,
furry?
you won't know. Oh no, feathery.
Oh, I'm gonna get some
Um,
chips.
And that's how avian flu was transmitted to people.
That's what got the turkey dinosaurs recalled.
Yes.
Maple is later diagnosed with many diseases, identified first in Maple.
We see the explosion. We see a dog with eyes streaming from mustard being singed as it flees.
the
But
dog
it's
okay?
fine. The
Okay.
dog's obviously the dog's
Okay.
okay. There's also in the air above a pigeon. Again, feathers just sort of like singed by this explosion that sort of rockets it upwards. But the pigeon is fine too, and the pigeon's like, oh, goes off to look for some more food to harass, basically. And we will zoom out from Processington World of Adventures as some of our food, at least, got where they wanted to be, fulfilled their purpose, and maybe are going on to a new adventure, a new stage. Who knows what that will be, what that will look like.
Ash, I imagine.
Yeah.
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 Not
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
That will
Yeah.
be fired out of a pipe onto somewhere on the English coast. Because that's
Yeah.
what we do now.
Yeah.
Or into a river. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Great.
yeah. River or the sea. It'll be.
Yeah.
whatever.
Lovely.
Wholesome
Um,
vibes, guys. You
Wholesome.
got a friend
Sorry.
in me.
You
got a
friend in me.
You remember the bit
'cause
where
they
Woody
ain't
was
got a
fired
food
in
in
the
me.
English
Me,
Channel?
in me. There will be no sequel. This has been Food Story. Thank you very, very much for playing. Thank you very, very much for watching.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Shamini.
Thank you,
That was great.
Shamini.
Well done.
That was chaos. I
Very much
loved it.
the end with a sense of finality there.
Put a food in
Kill
me.
everyone. I have to say,
Right.
the RPGeeks
Yes.
really do have a technique for picking wholesome themes.
I
and then
tried,
They,
yeah.
they become the worst ones.
Yeah, that's
and, like,
the trick.
Yeah, that is.
I should have said be awful, shouldn't I?
You should have done.
No,
yeah.
I think that was actually quite wholesome. I quite enjoyed
It
it.
was lovely.
Yeah,
That
I
was
think.
wonderful. Thank you, Shamini. Thank you, chat, and thank you all for playing. That was unhinged.
Who could have guessed?
I have a tomato story, but we should probably do
Oh,
all
yeah.
the people's.
Do the plugs
plug in
first,
then
and if
I'll
you're
tell my
lucky,
tomato
if you wait through for it, like you'll get a tomato story.
Yeah, it's a really good tomato story.
Wow, you're just really bigging this up, mate. So just
It's
okay.
interesting.
Right, I would love to know, and I'd love for everyone to know, a bit more about what you all do, and where we can
Who are you?
find
Why are you
the
here?
things that you do. Let's start with Luke.
Okay, I make videos on YouTube under the username Normal Adult Luke. I play difficult video games in a particularly stupid way. I'm also part of Oxventure with Johnny. And I do a podcast about Disney Channel original movies from the late 90s and early noughties called Mom Can't Cook. But enough about me because I just really want to hear this tomato story. So
We'll get to it.
Laurie.
It's going to be such a letdown.
You can find me on YouTube. I do TTRPG stuff on a channel called Chaotic Neutral. I also do a lot of board game YouTube stuff. If you like board games being played, go to No Rolls Barred. We do weekly board game videos on there as well.
Yes. Johnny.
I can be found also on YouTube. No disrespect, Twitch. On youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. Good luck spelling that. I can also be found on Oxventure. On my channel, I stream video games. I do Let's Play series that my audience chooses. They choose what game I'm playing next. So at the minute, I'm doing God of War Ragnarok. But if you like food, I've got a video where Joe Scrabbles, formerly of IGN, and I eat crisps and talk about them for an hour. And then we also sample different British party foods and talk about them. There's a bit where we eat. Yes. I could only find mini ones. We eat some gala pie, and it is not a good gala pie.
What's gala pie?
What's a bad gala pie? There's no such thing. Gala
It just
pie is
didn't-
always
it didn't taste
excellent.
good. Well, hang on.
What's gala
First,
It's a pot
first,
pie.
the Oxford English Dictionary describes a gala pie as if you just imagine sort of like 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 a pork pie.
Oh
Mhm.
no!
Now make a pork
those
pie
things.
into an impossibly long loaf.
Oh.
And now, in the middle of that, like a spine, insert a long egg. There is a
long egg?
machine that will make this thing. It is.
No,
it
it's a
is just...
series of eggs because sometimes you get the end bit.
Oh, this, yeah.
So, yeah. So
Okay.
yes,
You've
okay.
made
So
me Google
you can
it.
either do it.
Insane.
You can either do it. I'm breaking character now. You can either do it manually with normal eggs, or
You can make
you can
a
use a
long
long
egg.
egg machine,
What?
which is just a consistent tube with a core of yolk and an outside of white. And some of them are great, and some of them
Wow.
are dreadful. Anyway,
Wow.
Extruded egg.
extruded. Yeah. And so if you would like to know more about the gala pie,
We
watch
would.
it and watch me and a very funny, like a much funnier person than me, with an absolutely incredible moustache, eat it and make snide remarks. That's you're not going to find that in many other places on YouTube.
Honestly, I
Probably
don't think
will.
you will, and I want to see it. So that's great. We have a YouTube. It's at RPGeeks D&D, like all of our social stuff. And it would be nice if you went and watched some of our previous stuff. I will recommend the other wholesome one that went very wrong by the end. I won't tell you how. In that we did one called Small Town Big Christmas, which was our Christmas special a couple of years back.
Yeah.
Which we thought was going to be the really wholesome one. We played in person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Ooh.
we were like, this will be so lovely.
It was a Christmas Hallmark film, you know.
Yeah, that was the point.
What? It was lovely.
They're
it was
all
supposed,
lovely and
supposed to
wholesome
be
with lovely,
lovely.
happy endings. And so ours had that too. Let's go.
Yes.
Go watch
good.
it. You'll
Go
find
and
out.
enjoy that.
Yeah, Small Town Big Christmas. That's my plug.
Lovely. Before we hear the tomato story, I will just briefly mention that we are at RPGeeks D&D all over various internet places. And we have some more exciting things coming up, including a one-shot in 2 weeks of Mouse Ritter, but it's going to be a little bit Christmas themed, a little bit action movies themed.
Maybe there's a famous Christmas themed action movie. Who would know?
Maybe, but it could be with mice. Oh, let's see. There'll be more about that on our Twitter and Instagram on Blue Sky soon. And we also do Blood on the Clock streams. I feel like that might be next week.
I think it is. I haven't planned.
I think it
yeah,
might
we're
be
probably playing Blood on the Clock
that
Tower
might
next
be
week.
Christmas themed as well.
Oh, I should plug as well. We've done I have been part of a Blood on the Clock Tower podcast, which Luke and Johnny were also on, over at Realms. So Realms of Peril and Glory, that came out literally yesterday. So if you want to listen to your Blood on the Clock Tower and see how that works, it's weird.
In your ears. What?
You can go listen to that.
Game it.
It's fun, yeah. But we'll be getting some other people. Lots of people Laurie know are on it as well. So yeah, it's all everyone's coming together. It's lovely.
Before we do our Patreon shout outs, I think we need the tomato story that's had a lot I'm just gonna say a lot of
much
pressure put on it. I really yeah.
Let
Here we
me
go.
start this excellent story
Settle
with
in.
a question for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
What would you say the two key differences, if you were only allowed to pick two, between cherry tomatoes and like supermarket big tomatoes? What, I've given you a clue there. What would be the two key differences?
Size.
Size is one.
Sweetness.
Yes, Shamini, very good. It is sweetness.
Points for
So,
me.
what the smaller ones, much sweeter, right?
Yeah,
So
I only like the smaller ones.
Correct. Well, because they're so sweet and they taste better. The big ones, they're so watery. So watery. It's just
Don't
putting
like
a
'em.
bit of water
Yeah.
in your food. But it's
Sure.
fine.
Sure.
Scientists have found two genes that they can turn off in big tomatoes to make them taste like really sweet. And they're like, they taste like cherry tomatoes, but they're giant. And now that might just sound like, silly scientists doing a silly thing. But there's good reasons to do it. Because basically what they tend to use is these big tomatoes to make things like tomato paste or ketchup and things like that. And by using the big ones, if you make them sweeter, it means you have to dehydrate them less, which saves on energy, time, money, and just in general makes the process more environmentally friendly. So these new, and they are genetically modified, but they're turning off two genes. It's crisp, but it's fine, guys. It will be okay. Baby Nightbot really hates it, but I promise you, Baby Nightbot, it will be okay. But yeah, they could be a cool thing to make it better for science.
Is it more? Are sweet tomatoes more bad for you because they're sugarier? Are they sugarier? I don't
It's
know. How do
fructose,
tomatoes
I
work?
guess. So I guess it wouldn't be. It's like connected to the fiber, so it's
It's
bad
a-
in the
it's a
sense that apples are
tomato.
bad for you.
You're
Um,
always surely you're always okay eating a tomato.
If,
I mean,
if you're doing the keto diet, you shouldn't have a tomato. But if you're not, then it's fine. It's good for you. It's got lots of vitamins in. But yes, it's meant. I read this study, and I'm not sure whether the people ate the tomatoes. I think they just went, "Hey, look, we did the thing, and we've turned them off." And
They didn't try it.
I don't know. They might have done. I haven't checked.
Computer
They're
said
like-
the tomato was sweeter.
I talked about it on a
Yeah.
podcast, and I can't remember what I said because it was a while ago. But go
like,
listen to
we're
the
not
Nature
eating it.
podcast if you want to hear either
do
me
it.
or Shamini, probably on it at
Yeah.
some point. But
What
Why
do
wouldn't you eat
scientists
it?
eat? Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe
Grow
they
up,
did. Maybe they did.
scientists.
I can't find it on this bit that I'm reading on my notes right now. I didn't.
Are
say.
scientists all just fussy eaters? Is that it?
Well, some of them I feel like yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
years
I
ago, I,
only want
watched
to
a
eat
live
chips.
stream. There was scientists had created like the first ever lab grown burger. This is like
Mm.
going back about 10 years, and I was reporting on it for the website that I worked for at the time. And so I watched this live stream, and it was like the first time a person was going to eat it. And so that, they cooked it up on this live stream, and then they gave it to the scientist. The scientist ate it, and the scientist didn't have
Taste buds?
didn't have much English, which is
Oh.
fine. And they were like, "So, how's it taste?" And they were like, yes, it's nice." And they were like, "Can you describe it in any? Can you describe it any more in any way, please?"
And they were like,
Yeah.
I don't really know. And they were like, "I don't really know what else to say. Tastes nice."
Because you want to give that to Greg Wallace, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
person you want to give that
Yeah.
burger to.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it was, you could sense like just the deflated energy in the room of everyone being like, "Why?"
I'm
did
being
we
like, this is
give
going
it
to be the
a
worst segment
scientist?"
ever.
Yeah.
We only had one of these guys, one of these bad boys. It
Yes,
took us
fine.
years to brew it up.
Yeah, it's burger. Well
This
done.
guy is like, seems fine. Anyway,
So yes, sorry, Shamini, you've got. Are you all right? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. You take it away.
I was going to say, just before we go, we are going to very quickly shout out two of our patrons.
Yeah. Okay.
Guests, we're going to give you the names of two of our patrons. And based off nothing, based off vibes, I don't know. I'd like you to tell us what food those patrons are.
Do a D12 today, please. Someone roll
Can
me a D12
someone roll a d12?
if you've got one.
Who's got dice? What are we
Hold on.
playing?
Hold on.
When was the last time we rolled?
Johnny
it?
didn't know I
Roll
needed a
D20,
D12.
Shamini, and
They've got it covered.
I
yeah.
got it. 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fiona Howard.
What kind of food do you think
Fiona
Fiona Howard is?
Fiona
Anyone feel
Howard.
free to jump in.
That's a summary pudding.
Oh,
A summary.
Ooh.
Summary
like
pudding,
berries
yeah.
and
Yeah,
an
like,
eaten
so,
mess.
like
Cream.
Yeah, or a
an
Knickerbocker
eaten
glory or
mess.
something like that.
that's nice.
Oh,
There you
I
go,
love that.
Fiona.
That's
You're-
beautiful.
I think Fiona is
Yeah.
a summary pudding. That's lovely.
Summary
let's do,
pudding.
Let's do one more.
Stick that on your Tinder profile.
Yeah.
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's Kieran Hinkston.
Oh,
Oh.
it's Kieran Hingston. I should say actually, Kieran and other patrons actually gave me some of the ideas for this game.
Ah.
Oh.
So yeah, shout out to them. I think Kieran suggested. Can't
The school?
remember now.
Maybe.
No, that was Megan. I can't remember now.
Thank you,
Is
Megan.
anyone else
Anyway,
getting?
You carry on.
It
Kieran-
feels
I'm
like
getting-
a local delicacy.
See, I'm actually getting artisan sausage roll.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I
Can we have
like
it one more
that.
time? What was the name?
Kieran Hingston.
That to me just says like fermented shark.
Fermented
Yeah.
shark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
like,
know one of the things where it's like people are like you must try this. These are amazing, and then you fall
it
over and
is
die.
Kieran Hingston.
Yeah, exactly.
It's buried puffin me.
Yeah. There you go. And then someone gives you a shot of like aquavit and pounds you on the back and says that you're a true Nord.
Perfect. Kieran, there you go. That's yours. Fiona, you're a summary pudding. Kieran, you are that.
True Nord.
So, a true
True Nord.
I want
A
to say
true Nord.
actually because Kieran's idea didn't fully come to fruition. So
Oh,
you know Miles,
fruition.
the It's already okay. The little boy who feeds all the animals, is actually a very like misunderstood, not anti-hero, but he just wants everyone to be fed and have the joys of delicious food. He's actually very loving. Obviously the food doesn't see it that
We've
way.
blown him up now, so I guess that's...
He blinded his dog and blew him up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Look.
Miles.
Look.
It's momentary blindness.
Yeah. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Thank you so much, patrons, for supporting us. You're all awesome. I'm going to be releasing on Patreon a copy of this game that I wrote yesterday.
Are you?
Yeah, why not? I've written it. It's that's a valuable
Sorry,
thing to
the way
have.
the way I said that.
Wow, okay, go off again.
People will want, mates. People will want my game that I made.
They're already clamoring for it. We
They're
can all see
clamouring.
No, they are, and you
Yeah.
can get it on our Patreon. What tier do they have to be at, Shamini? I assume just any of the paid ones would be fine.
Wow.
There's the
It's
Super
one
Geeks.
page of a Google Doc.
Super Geeks. I'm gonna make it pretty somehow.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Lots of RPGs
Sorry,
on
I'm
one
so
page,
sorry.
and they're
I'm
still
sorry.
good.
I think you should add a new tier for this.
Yeah.
I was going to draw a little diagram of the yum yuck
5,000
scale,
pounds.
you know?
Okay.
It's going to be,
Yeah.
and it's going to have diagrams, so
No, that is good. That is good. That is
I
good.
made a TTRPG.
You did. No, you did, Shamini. You've made some very good ones as well in the past.
And if you download it and you send your bank details in, we'll send you 50p.
We'll give you money.
You've
No.
made some good ones in the past.
Some really good ones in the past.
Shamini made a TTRPG called New Jeans Please, which I genuinely think is brilliant, and I do think you should put that on
As
the Patreon.
opposed to
No, Yum and Yuck
as
is great.
opposed to-
It's really good. It is really good. But
Shamini-
Shamini did just write it yesterday, and she is pretending.
so it's fresh
How many-
out of the oven.
What Emily
Yeah.
is saying is, don't be discouraged. Don't,
I should keep trying. It's
No,
going
I
to be a
love
new
you,
career for
Shamini.
me.
Thank you so much.
We
It was so
keep that
good. It was so
rainbow.
fun. I had such a good time, and thank you everyone
Right.
for playing it.
We should wrap it up.
Yeah.
we should finish up.
I thought this game was lovely. I had a lovely
I
time.
had a
Yeah, it
very,
was great
very,
fun.
Had a
very
great
Really
time
good
with you
mechanics.
all.
I'm sorry, Shamini. Ignore me.
It was elegant, an elegant system.
Yeah.
Simplicity. Sometimes you just don't
It
need love.
was. That is
Details.
true.
Yep.
With
You
that.
do the outro.
That was the outro. The outro is thank you so much. Thanks so much for all wonderful guests. Really awesome at playing with you. Thank you so much to everyone who's coming and watching live and interacting in chat. Really fun. And thank you to our YouTube viewers and our podcast listeners, our very patient podcast listeners,
Very
and
patient.
our lovely patrons. We think you're all awesome. Stay tuned to RP Geeks for more one-shots, mini-series, really good new TTRPGs that have been designed for you,
Beautiful design.
beautifully designed just for you, and of course lots of nerdy fun facts. That's what we do here, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Bye.
Bye.